I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you been in an accident that wasn't your fault? Feeling overwhelmed and unsure what to do next? Look no further. The personal injury attorneys at Phillips Law Firm are here to help. Phillips Law Firm understands that accidents can turn your life upside down. That's why they're dedicated to fighting for the compensation you deserve and to making the process as stress-free as possible. Don't wait any longer. Call now, 1-800-JUSTICE, or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. All right, we got to go across the pond. Hello.
Oh, they're talking about like going to Green Lake or something like that.
Yeah, you know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Yeah, awesome. Like, we're going across the pond to Green Lake.
Have you noticed how the whole accents change when you go from the north side to the south side of Green Lake?
Bonkers.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you walk up by the people go, "Hi, y'all there." I'm like, "Whoa, I got to get back to the north." So there's this little boy, and it's from a doorbell cam, and he thought when the doorbell rang, his dad was at the door. And so he decided, you know what? If it's my dad, I'm going to say what I say to my dad. And it was a very odd thing because it wasn't his dad at the door. It was a delivery driver who got this greeting.
Hi, Butt-cheek. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's a delivery driver. Oh, well, that's your parcel gone in if you're going to be rude to the delivery driver.
Wait, so he calls his dad butt cheek?
I guess that's what he does.
How old is this kid?
Yeah. Old enough to know.
I hope that lasts forever. Yeah, in his 40s, dad calls, "What's up, butt cheek?"
That's a good name.
Yeah.
I couldn't call my dad butt cheek.
No.
Even in his, he can barely get around. He can barely get around, but I think he'd figure out a way to get to Seattle to smack me upside the head. Or hire someone to do it for him.
I want you to record it and try.
Go, he's been battling some health stuff. Right now is not the time to call dad butt cheek.
Oh, butt cheek. But yeah, he was like, all right, I need to keep you calm. Never mind.
What did you say to me? Oh, Dad, you actually got off the couch.
Oi, butt cheek.
Roseanne, we're going to Seattle.
Yeah, I'll show him. He wants to call me butt cheek, huh?
To see Tatum?
No.
You better leave your kid behind. Your kid's not going to see what I'm going to do to you.
Oh, yeah. Butt cheek, huh? I'll give you a butt cheek.
I'd love to know, the
origin?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. What's the origin story behind him calling him butt cheek?
Yeah. Because I feel like there was a name given to the little kid.
Oh.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And, especially if you talk to Vicky long enough, you realize she's given some interesting nicknames to her little brother, which now she's regretting because some of those nicknames you really don't want said in public.
No, and I'm regretting some of them because of the hassle I'm getting from his teacher and my mom. So I would call him Poopy.
Oh, yeah, that's not a good call.
Especially when he's being a little poopy, if you know what I mean. And now he says it at school, and she's like, okay, you can't be saying that. That's a bad word. The teacher's saying that as I'm like, sorry, that was me.
Yeah, I'm going to have that issue, too, because my Tatum, I think, always knows if all else fails, she'll say the word poop to get a laugh. So she's throwing, that's her punchline for everything, because that's Dad's punchline for everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Has she learned fart yet?
No, it's mostly boogers or poop.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
My grandma was in town, and she taught my little brother, who's now 4, pedo, which is a slang term for fart, and that is all he's saying. And my mom is just done. She's totally done. She's like, no, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, love that. That's what grandparents are for,
right? It's like, let Grandma do what she wants.
Yeah, Mom doesn't appreciate the poop jokes from Tatum. Although that makes me enjoy him even more because I'm watching my daughter troll her mom, and I find it great because I think it's funny and it's harmless.
Yeah, she's entertaining 50% of the audience.
Yeah, she is, but she might be entertaining the wrong 50%.
It's really hard. Where does Lulu stand in on the poop jokes?
Lulu can't even see. She has no teeth. She's just trying to get by.
Now she has no teeth.
Oh, she hasn't had teeth in a while.
Oh, I had no idea.
Oh, yeah, she's all gumming.
She's getting closer and closer to me every day.
She's just like, leave me alone. Let me know when there's food. Although she can't see, but her sense of smell is impeccable. We went upstairs for a half a second, come back down, and she ate Tatum's breakfast.
Awesome.
Wow. Okay. She somehow got it off the little table and the coffee table in the living room. I did not think she was going to be able to get to this thing.
See, this is when our dog was still with us. That's why I questioned whether our dog was blind.
Yeah,
I said I'm sorry. I don't
selective vision.
I don't have any empathy for the selective vision dog who somehow is like, oh, look at me, I walked into the wall. Dude. Next thing you know, she sleuthed her way up on a table and was able to get the food.
I come down the stairs and I'm like, the plate's on the ground. Yeah. She's lapping up all the food. Of course, Tatum at first thinks that's the worst thing ever because Lulu just ate her breakfast. So and I'm like, no, it's good. We got more of them in the refrigerator. Then she found it hilarious. So then she wanted me to play the role of Lulu and chase her around the house trying to eat her breakfast as she held it in her hand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it got weird, man.
Did you have to do it on your hands and knees?
No, but I had to bark.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm running around the house going, arf, arf.
So I was worried about your knees there for a sec.
Tatum's laughing, so I'm like, this is making my child laugh. I'm in. Thank God Mom wasn't home. I tried to explain it to her mom, to Sid when she got back. She's like, what do you two do when I'm not around?
Yeah, well, that's what you do. And then she's probably like, this kid's gone. I either have to separate her from her father or this child is just not, she's just going to be doing poop jokes and having been chased around by a barking man.
At the age of 3, she's already realized that she's smarter than her father.
Yeah, she is. Well.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. I got a lot of friends on Facebook, a lot of people in our own industry, and this conversation is always out there, man. It's about tipping.
Hot topic.
It is a hot topic because there's somebody in our fine industry who is, at least from what I can tell, against tipping. And I don't want to say their name in case I'm wrong and maybe read the whole thing wrong, but from what I can tell, this person's like, I don't think we should have to tip.
Okay.
Yeah, and this mom does not agree with this radio personality because she went off on her teen son. And it's because even though he's a teenager, she's like, dude, you cannot be a bad tipper. Here's what happened when she found out that her 16-year-old kid only tipped $10 on a $104 restaurant bill.
You need to go get my wallet. You need to go get my Visa card. You need to go to the ATM, and you need to go grab a 20 and drive back to that restaurant because on a $104 check, $10 is a tip. Go now. I'm not asking, I'm telling. It's not funny. Do you know that guy might have kids? Do you know that 140 gets taxed on it? You are to go grab my credit card, get $20, and drive it back there. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't know how to tip.
The whole time,
she's
though,
a delightful mother.
you have to watch the video because as much as she sounds like a pure delight, man, I'm not looking forward to having a teen kid because as she's trying to reprimand him, he's just smiling at her the entire time, like trying not to laugh at her. And I'd be like, listen, you little Justin Bieber-looking mother blanker, you're going to wipe that smile off your face or I'm going to wipe it off for you. Like, I'm just like watching this. And
What are you, a parent from the 1800s?
Yes.
No, you try that, and next thing you know, you'll be locked away.
That's fine. Then I don't have to deal with that smiling idiot.
All right. Well, you know what? You're smiling
He's just
idiot.
laughing at her the whole time.
I mean, because she's a moron. And I look, I'm the yeller. I mean, that's kind of,
She's lost her mind. I do agree with that.
And
Her intentions, I do like, though.
And she's recording him, which he sees that, right? So maybe he's just like, wait, you're yelling at me, but you're recording it. What is happening?
Sounds like a nice Jersey lady.
Yep, apparently she was born and raised in Jersey.
Oh,
She's like,
shocker.
I'm a loud ass.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I was the father of that relationship, I'm going, you're not wrong, honey. It would be nice to teach him how to, be cool with tipping. But basically doing what you did was, I mean, some people call that verbal abuse. She's an idiot.
It looks like the kid really doesn't care. He's like, hey, yeah, whatever. Like, it's just part of their thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's not part of it.
She seems like a sweet lady.
Yeah, I'm
who
done with
just
her.
wants people to get paid properly.
Yeah, I've never been so unhappy with a good message.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why? You're a yeller? I thought you'd like it.
Because I'm not a yeller anymore. Well, I mean, I am.
You
I guess. But I'm trying not to be.
How's that go?
Do you know how much therapy I had and how much money I had to spend to not be that lady? Because I was told being that lady is wrong.
I mean, she raised her voice, but she didn't insult him.
True.
No, like it was very lighthearted, even though it was loud. It wasn't necessarily yelling to
You
me.
call that lighthearted, really?
I felt like, because there's
I was
sometimes
smiling.
when people
Yeah,
yell
me
at
too.
you can feel the anger and like the disdain behind their words.
All right.
And hers didn't seem hateful.
Okay. All
Hers
right.
seemed just like, what
well,
are you doing,
I'll have
you
to,
dummy?
I'll have to keep
I'm
that
more
in
bothered
mind.
by his choice of attire.
Oh,
Yeah.
he looked like a slacker.
No, Justin Bieber.
He looked like Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And he had an
Like young
Eagles
Justin
jersey
Bieber.
on.
Okay.
Was that?
He had an Eagles jersey on.
Yeah, that
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
we're good.
Well, I'm done with that kid.
Yeah.
he should have been.
Especially-
He should have been corporally punished at that point.
I mean, that's probably also why she doesn't like him. Eagles fan,
Yeah.
and she's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
unless they're rooting for New Jersey and for Eagles, that seems weird.
Yeah, well, New York doesn't know what to do anyway, right?
Yeah.
Because none of their teams are, really.
Since I'm very fancy and went to Daniel's Broiler this weekend, I really enjoyed the fact that they just added the tip on. Like,
Did they tell you at least?
Yes, it was
Okay.
it was on the receipt and it was circled very big with a
Did the
red
waiter or
Sharpie.
waitress say, "Hey, just so
No.
you"? Oh, see, that bothers me.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
It is circled.
I don't care. I don't look at things.
It did say, I did think it was kind of a little bit like, I don't know, snarky is the word, but it was just like, the 20% is included in your bill.
Oh, so it's 20 they did. Okay.
Yeah, 20% is included in your bill. If you want to tip any more,
Yeah.
that's up to you. And I was like, no, you get the 20%. That's what you get.
Well, that's what. But you
That's
see,
what everyone gets.
See, here's
It's
the-
interesting how they go 20%. I thought, isn't the standard 18%? I mean, I always tip more than 20%, but that's just because I'm bad at math.
This is why neither one of you should go to any place like that.
Why?
Because you guys just don't understand how it goes. You don't understand how how the elite eat.
Oh, I'm
Is that
sorry.
what it
Is
is?
this what you and your hairstylist? You guys go there?
Why did you got to bring my hairstylist into this? What
Because
does he got to do with
he's the
anything?
guy that advises
He's
you.
the guy who tells you how to dress, how to
Yeah.
be, how to act.
All he does is do my hair. He doesn't tell me.
Oh, he
anything
doesn't tell you
else.
how to dress?
And you
No, I go to the Nordstrom guy to learn how to dress.
I thought your hairstylist was telling you how you're supposed to look. Remember he said,
Yeah.
you got to stay in your lane, BJ.
No,
Yeah.
that was my Nordstrom guy. No
Oh,
wonder
my
you guys
bad.
think I was attacked by a
Isn't it the
by a
same guy?
snowman. No, the Nordstrom. No, I don't go to Nordstrom to get my hair cut.
They
in the
cut
middle
your
of the
hair
men's
at
department.
Nordstrom? They do it in the dressing room?
Yeah, it's right next to the snowman. It's at Nordstrom. Yeah, and also
Is your cousin hanging
my
out
cousin
there,
hangs
too?
out at the Habitat Bar in Bellevue, and it's perfect.
And you guys dance every once in a while,
we
right?
dance right at the Habitat.
Fair,
It's
yeah.
a beautiful
Nostalgia,
thing.
we get it, yeah.
Right in the middle of the Nordies.
So what is so uncultured about Danny and I?
Because when you're a person that can go to that place, now granted, some people save up, and I get it, but when you go to a place like that, if you go regularly or maybe once a month, you're going to do more than 20% because you just, you spread it around. That's what you do when you
Not if
when
they
you
were a terrible waiter.
Yeah, what am I, a whore?
my
I'm not
God.
spreading it around.
Yes, you are a whore. That's what you do at a place like that because you get great service and it's, a high-class experience. And
I feel like a little more than 20% is plenty for a tip.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Danny didn't want to do more than 20%.
I don't think he has to, though. I think 20% is completely fine.
This is why you should not be allowed in those places.
In theory, you're paying more anyways because your bill's going to be higher, so their 20% tip is going to be higher than if you go to a regular restaurant anyways. It's
Vicky,
still
are you,
appropriate.
who used to be in the service industry, arguing at somebody? They don't get that money. It's not like whatever you're paying more, they still don't get
that's
that money.
That's a them problem, not a me problem.
As long as it says that like the gratuity's added, you
Oh, my
do.
God.
Either way, if you put in a tip that is a Visa tip, you still get taxed on it. Regardless of how it is, you're still getting taxed.
Let me explain to you why this country's pissed. Because rich people don't spread it around like they used to. So if you can go to Daniel's on the reg, you should probably be able to give more than a 20%
I don't think
tip.
you should have to go to Daniel's whether or not Aunt Flo is visited or not. I don't understand what the hell that has to do with this.
Oh, you know
I mean, that would be a treat, though.
Yeah, I
I
have
wish
to tell
we could
you,
do that. Can
really,
that be a thing?
Can we just
is it a steak
pause?
thing? Is it the blood in the?
Can we just?
I need the iron,
God,
man.
bless the USA.
And
that
the-
was
the
too
happiness.
much.
Oh, I've gone too far.
If you really just let it be at that would have been. I was about to praise you for the really like the low, like you were on the line of low level fruit, but also a little higher ed. But then you went right down.
I'm fine with low level fruit.
Oh, are you though? Well,
It's
that's what
easier to pick.
you're a low level tipper with Danny, of course. That makes sense.
I'm a high level tipper.
Oh,
I tip
well then what are
everybody.
you? Why are you on my side? You would probably go
Because
more
I
than
also
20%.
I don't think you should be shamed if you give 20%. I think that's still a fantastic tip.
Yeah, BJ.
Here's what I would say.
have an issue with the waiter or waitress not saying that the tip is already included.
Even though it's circled on the thing?
Don't give an F. You let me know.
Wow.
Otherwise, you're hoping that I may be not paying attention, and I
See-
see an extra line. I go,
here's a problem.
and now all of a sudden I've tipped 40%.
If you go to a place like Daniel's, that's kind of the deal. I guess so. You guys don't go much, so you don't know. But I usually
Well, not
the average-
everybody goes to Daniel's all the
I
time.
know that. That's why I'm helping. That's why I'm helping you people out.
No, you're not. That the waiter or waitress should be helping the person.
But they sort of like everybody that goes in knows that you're going to have an automatic tip because of people like Vicky.
What did I do?
I don't know. I just thought I'd target you and say that you're a jerk.
I remember I was so fired up. We were in Florida, and we got a sandwich and all this. I'm like, man, that sandwich was way more expensive than I realized. And then right before I looked at my thing, and I was trying to pay, I'm like, wait, the tip's included, and I already tipped as well.
Yeah.
So I doubled down on the tip.
Oh, boy.
And I'm just like, why wouldn't they say something?
As a server, I would, mostly because I'd be worried that somebody would come up, complain, and then complain to the manager, get the whole thing comped, and then I lose the whole tip anyways.
Vicky,
Yeah, I wouldn't be the type that would complain,
But
but
there-
I'd be like, I'm not coming back here.
Yeah, but you never know. What if you were the type to complain? The whole thing gets comped, voided. I don't even get a
So
tip.
you're at a fancy ass restaurant. I'm just pissed at Vicky at this point because you're at a fancy ass
I'm
restaurant.
not saying don't tip
and-
more. I'm just saying
Yeah, well,
20%
you're
is very nice.
Well, yeah, you kind of are.
You should go to Daniel's because it sounds like you're on the reg.
Yeah, you are.
I like to go on the reg.
Hey, we forget who we're talking to, Mr. Millionaire.
I mean, Danny, if you can afford to go to Daniel's and you go, okay, we're going to go out and have a night out.
20%.
Yeah.
You're getting 20%. That's it.
Yeah, I feel
Even
like.
if I'm a millionaire, you're getting 20%.
Oh, yeah.
See, for me, you're just getting whatever the math equates out to make sense to my head.
That's you, actually. I let my girlfriend tip because I can't do math.
I just double the amount, like the first number or whatever it is. You know, like if it's like a $30 thing, I know 3 plus 3 is 6.
Yep.
Add another $1, we're good.
And I also use a gift card, too, so.
Okay, if you use a gift card,
I kept my pinky up
all
all the
right,
time I was drinking my cocktail, though.
You used a gift card and you still didn't give more of a tip. That's amazing to me.
Why? Why does he have to give more of a tip with
Because
the gift
it's
card?
the law of prosperity, man.
No.
Somebody gifted you, you could turn around and give a little something to somebody else.
Law of prosperity.
Who makes these laws up? That
I look, it's just a mindset, man.
they
You spread it around, baby. You get a gift. Like for me, if somebody gives me free anything, I immediately go, you know what?
But the waiter or waitress didn't give him the $20.
I understand that,
or
but they're the ones
gift card.
they're the ones serving me.
And he tipped them based on the amount of money that the bill was.
I
And the
understand.
adequate service that they provided.
And you guys do that and live your life that way. But if for me, I like to go, you know what, if I can give more, I'm saying if I can. Not everybody can. I'm not shaming people that can't.
Right.
But you two
No.
geniuses, I know if you get to go out like that,
Calling
you
us
could.
geniuses doesn't sound like a shaming thing at all.
Not at all.
No.
No.
Just making sure we're on the same page.
No,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I feel like genius is a positive word.
You're right.
Just because you guys really don't qualify and it's sarcastic, it's still a nice word.
Now I'm totally tracking, BJ.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like if you can, you give a little bit more. You're going to get a little bit more back. The universe just will reward. That's how it is.
Gosh, you've been hanging out with your wife way too much.
I've been hanging out, man. I've been hanging out with people that are who are prosperous.
And then the universe told me I should give 40% as a
Well,
tip.
then tell that to Keanu Reeves. What does he do?
The next thing you know, my chlamydia was gone.
What about The Rock? The Rock, though, your boy always gives.
Yeah, he gives to those that deserve.
Oh, I don't even. I
don't
can't.
know.
People that just waited on you, they don't deserve.
They get the 20% tip. Actually, more than that. It's probably like 23, 24% after I do.
If you spend whatever,
my math is terrible, but I always go up. That way, I'm not shortchanging them.
So here's the thing: if you spend if you go to a $500 meal, let's just say, okay, so 20% of that's going to be $100.
Yeah.
All right, you can't give $150. Really, it's only an extra $50. If you've got $600, if you've got $600 that you can go in there, I look at it like $650 make everybody happy. They've been doing it. Plus they
just gives me a lap dance after giving me my food.
All right, well, there you go. All right.
$50 extra, maybe $20. I'd probably give $120.
All right. Well, I'm not going to argue with that. That's still better than 20%.
And I know there are people that like save up for either an anniversary or special occasion and want to treat themselves. But you know what? It is a treat. They get to do it once in a while. So if they do 20%, I'm not going to be upset.
Why are you arguing against the servers getting more money?
I'm not saying that they shouldn't get more money. I'm saying that
don't shame people for not.
Yeah, don't be a jerk to people who can't.
I didn't say people
That's
who
what
can't.
You're
It's not like you're leaving a dollar tip on a $500 meal. You're giving 20%.
You need to be up on my level if you're going to be having this meal.
It's these two geniuses that I'm talking to, not
you're saying
everybody.
If anybody goes to get a $500 meal,
I literally said if you can't, I'm not talking about you. It's the
Tipping
people
is like
that
the
can't.
most polarizing thing I think anyone ever has a conversation
Well, and I'm fighting with somebody who's in the industry, and apparently now you're not in it anymore. You don't care about the servers.
I do.
If Sarah was here, she'd be like, hey, Vicky,
what
shut
about
the F
dancers? Do you tip extra? Like you get like the 3 dances, like for
Yes.
Let's just say, yeah. I'm just making sure, like, take care of those girls. I got things to pay, and
of course, I mean, again,
tuition and
people are serving
children, and
especially if they do that really cool trick with the beer glass, I am giving them more.
or the googly eyes and the
Yes.
wear skis. I mean, that's
Okay.
deserving of at least a 40%.
Now, Danny wouldn't give a damn thing.
20%.
20%. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, if they're on the reg, I don't know.
Wait, on the reg, Steve.
on the regular,
reg.
yeah, on the regular.
Jesus.
I know. I'm with you. I'm talking like you.
No, you were talking. You actually used the real word. You got to be careful.
No, he didn't. He said the reg.
The reg.
Reg.
Okay, if we go back and listen to it, I
On
think
the reg.
he said raggedy, like Raggedy Ann.
You need to get your hearing checked.
You literally said this morning you're going to deaf.
Okay, how much you want to bet? I will have Joey play it back right now, and I will bet you got to tip more. You
$800,000.
SOBs.
You can't play it back right now.
No, yeah. How much?
Hey,
you
look,
want?
no, he just said you can't play it back.
No. I want to. You guys. Danny will go back. I'll be like that parent. Danny will go back to Daniel's, and he has to give $50 more if he loses this bet. How much you want to bet, Danny?
Are you going to take it out of your Visa card? Because that's how the lady did it.
Yeah, I'm going to take it out of Danny's Visa card.
Oh, Danny's Visa card. Okay.
You guys. And I will just say this. It doesn't matter what the subject is. I'm saying this right now. I'm putting this out there. Vicky will argue with me about anything. Even if I told her that she won the lottery, she will argue with me going, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's funny, though, that he doesn't yell, though, anymore.
Who?
BJ.
Oh.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. I have lots of tickets that I haven't paid. Can those be discharged through a bankruptcy?
Yes, there are some limits on what we can do with tickets. Tickets cannot be discharged in a full bankruptcy. In a Chapter 7 case, that won't help you get your license back. But in Chapter 13 reorganization, tickets are dischargeable. Most types of tickets are dischargeable. So you would have to pay back some of the tickets in a Chapter 13 case, but the vast majority of them could be discharged if you complete the plan. And again, you would get your license back right away when you filed the Chapter 13 case, as long as the only reason you don't have your license is because of failure to pay your tickets. But the Chapter 13 process will help you get your license back and repay a small portion of your tickets in most cases, and get your license reinstated almost immediately.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo Stove Fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Deep underground the Jelly Belly factory, Bibi is in her secret laboratory creating the weird and wild flavors of Bean Boozled.
I've done it again!
Is it pomegranate or old bandage? Dare to compare. Bean Boozled, 6th edition. Are you brave enough?
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs?
Come on, let's do it.
I know Adam from Shelton is. Adam, are you there?
Hold on a second. He will be. Hello,
I
Adam.
am. Good morning, everyone.
Hello, Adam. All right, Steve, now get out of here.
Goodbye.
For those playing at home, Adam has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Beginning with F, what is the name for the pasta shape frequently referred to as bow tie pasta?
Fettuccine.
No.
Pass.
According to Marilyn Monroe, what are a girl's best friend?
Diamond.
Yes. Land of the Rising Sun is the nickname for what country?
Japan.
Yes. What kind of animal was successfully the first ever to be cloned?
Pig.
No.
Sheep.
Yes. Who plays the title character in the Ant-Man movies?
Paul Rudd.
Yes. Spaghetti and butternut are types of what food?
Squash.
Yes. What color is the E in the standard Google logo?
Green, blue, red.
No, yes. What company used the slogan, bet you can't eat just one?
Pringles.
No.
Lay's.
Yes. Jiminy Cricket is a character from what animated Disney movie?
Pinocchio.
Yes. What does the C stand for in the TV network CBS?
Country.
No. You get 8 correct, though.
All right.
Adam, that's pretty good.
Not too shabby.
I know. If Steve gets through them all, though, I don't know. He might get a 9 or a 10.
Oh, you think Steve's going to be that good, do you?
Maybe.
All right.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Beginning with F, what is the name for the pasta shape frequently referred to as bow tie pasta?
Fettuccine?
No.
Fentanyl. Wow. That's some good
What
pasta,
pasta are
man.
you eating?
Farfanugan.
No.
I can't think of it.
According to Marilyn Monroe, what are a girl's best friend?
Diamonds.
Yes.
And fentanyl.
Land of the Rising Sun is the nickname for what country?
Is that Japan?
It is. What kind of animal was successfully the first ever to be cloned?
A sheep.
Yes. Who plays the title character in the Ant-Man movies?
That would be Paul Rudd.
Yes.
Nice.
Spaghetti and butternut are types of what food?
Squash.
Yes. What color is the E in the standard Google logo?
E is red?
It is. What company used the slogan, bet you can't just eat one?
Pringles.
No.
Ruffles.
No.
Doritos.
No.
Oh.
Jiminy Cricket is a character from what animated Disney movie?
Pinocchio.
It is, yes. What does the C stand for in the TV network CBS?
Central.
No.
Cable.
No.
Columbia.
Yes. Whoa,
Nice.
with that, you get an 8, which is a tie. Neither of you get a song.
Nice work, Adam.
Oh, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right, take it easy, buddy. Good
That's
game.
a couple I'm going to be kicking myself on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beginning with F,
Yeah.
the little bow tie pastas are known as...
Fusilli.
No.
No.
Farfarelli.
Farfelli.
Farfarelli, however you say it.
Farfanugan. I said it right.
Yeah, you got it.
It's not.
Fentanyl.
It's Forelli?
It's Farfelli.
Oh, Farfelli.
Yes.
Ah, son of a gun. I always confuse that and Fusilli. Okay.
And then one that Adam got correct, the company that uses the slogan, bet you can't eat just one. You danced all around it. Lay's.
Lay's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was Pringles for sure, and when you said it wasn't, I don't know.
He guessed Pringles too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he eventually got to Lay's.
I know. Lay's is the old school.
Yeah.
The old school potato chip. It's, you bet you can't eat just one.
Yep.
So good.
And then you eventually got Columbia for CBS.
Hell
so
yeah.
That made you tie.
Oh, there you go. Hey, the AI is taking over, Steve. Your Skynet is here.
I've been warning you guys for years.
You have.
And for years, you guys was like, "Oh no, that's so far in the future. You don't have to worry about this." Now, all of a sudden, with all this Chat GPS and all these artificial intelligencers, like we're screwed, guys.
Well, you're no longer an influencer. You're an intelligencer.
Yes.
So there's an AI program that analyzed 400,000 customer reviews for 6 airlines. I love this because if AI is the reason why people change things, even though customers have been complaining for years about how, like airlines, I feel like there's so many complaints about that industry.
But you have to use them.
You do. Yeah.
I mean, and I mean, some are a little bit better than others, but for the most part, I feel like you go on social media and you see people complain about an airline, and it's always insert whatever airline there because everyone's got an issue with all of them.
Yeah. And look, and you know me, I have a favorite airline, but, you know, to make money, the pandemic, even my favorite airline is, has stopped some of the cool stuff they used to do.
Yeah, my new favorite airline is Frontier because it's the last one I took and I got home safe. So
okay,
therefore, it's my favorite airline.
And your carry-on got home with you, right?
Everything got home with me, so
go.
I have no complaints. I'm a case-by-case person.
Well, this AI program said, okay, we're going to take a look at all these customer reviews, and then they're going to come up with the top 6 things that would make flying more enjoyable for people. The AI came up with this themselves, basically going through 400,000 reviews.
That's kind of interesting just because it's kind of like an emotionless tally. Like, they're not like getting all caught up by all like the reviews and the emotions of it. They're just like, okay, factually, this is the problem with airlines.
Yeah, and I would say that all of these things are the reason they aren't this way. Money.
Okay.
It's always money. It's got to be. More flexible seating arrangements. Issues with seating were one of the most common complaints it saw. Again, of course, they've taken away a lot of space on planes because they need to make more room for more seats.
And you can pick whatever seat you'd like if you're willing to spend some money.
Or some people, what they've been trying to do is that they'll book the aisle and the window seat, hoping that nobody's going to book the middle one. And then you're screwed if you do. So
But they automatically book me in the middle.
Really?
That's what happened with Frontier. Here I am saying nice things about it, now I'm bitching. But like when they're like, would you like to change your seat? I'm like, well, where am I sitting? And they put me in a middle seat. I'm like, well, I'm sure as hell not taking that seat. So I was like, oh, of course I want to change it. And they're like, well, if you'd like to change it, it's $40.
Oh!
I was like, and this is why you're a lot cheaper than all the other airlines. You put everybody in the middle seat, and then you get some money from people like me. And look, $40 well spent. I'm not sitting in the middle seat, and I still got a cheap ticket.
See, that's the funny thing, man. You're still if you want to fly the way, you always pay the same. It's just they do it differently.
Oh yeah.
When I was flying back from Vegas, I actually had a father-daughter duo, and they did the exact same thing, but I literally picked the last seat available on this flight. So the guy's like, yeah, you can sit in the aisle. I want to sit next to my daughter. So I scored.
Oh.
That's happened to me before,
Yeah.
too.
The people on the last flight, they were like eyeing me because it was clearly there was 3 of them, and I was in one of the seats, and I think they wanted to like kind of swap it. But the person was sitting in an aisle seat, and I'm sitting in a window, and I just kind of like looked at them and I'm like, no, there's not a chance in hell. Like, you guys could just talk over the little space between the two of you. Like,
Well, that's the spot to get. I mean,
Right.
now you get aisle if you're a couple.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Then you got so much room between you. You've got that whole. I mean, I think the aisle seat is legit. Because I also have to use the restroom a lot.
That's true.
But if you're traveling with two people, aisle is better than any seat, middle seat.
It's crazy. They charge by the minute for the bathroom, too, now. It's nuts.
Oh, again,
that would be hilarious.
Do you
if
have
they
to bring
did.
your own toilet paper too?
Might as well. Right?
How about this one? Self-cleaning bathroom, since you brought it up. I don't know how you do that. Is there such thing as a self-cleaning bathroom?
I've never been in an airplane. Well, then again, I don't go to the bathroom much in an airplane, but the times I have, I've never been like disgusted by it. It's always been fine.
They always ask you to clean up. They have there's a little sign that says, hey, clean up a little bit for the person that's going to come in next, which I do. I go, that makes sense. That's nice.
I never had it like where I'm like, whoa, let me get out of this room.
No, it's just wet. I feel like it's been wet everywhere before.
You mean like you've sat on the seat? And it's
No, just like water and other things just like everywhere. Like the seat,
that's not good.
The floor, the little counter.
Like
that
the little
they have.
sink area.
Yeah.
Oh, there was one bathroom. I think it was in Southern California I went to, and it just reeked. It was disgusting. That was the one that I could not handle.
No? Okay, well, maybe AI's onto something.
But I think self-cleaning bathrooms, I wonder if they mean the ones that have that little plastic around the rim and you push the button and it goes, and it just changes to new plastic for your bum.
Well, that could be part of it. I mean, they want them disinfected, and that would be part of it because those are new sheets that, like the Chicago airport has those, and nobody ever did them. Like, I haven't seen too many other places that ever did the Chicago, like Vicky's talking about, where the plastic just rotates around the thing. Only Chicago, and then nobody ever. I think they were like, "No, we don't want to do this. It's a pain in the ass."
Maybe just have like a little thing that just sprays everything in there, and it's just like, shh.
I'm going to say something right now. Okay,
What's that?
And you know what? We have we have our high-ranking officials coming today. They have to take a plane, and I think they will appreciate this when I say this. If you're a dude, okay, because some of the high-ranking officials are women. If you're a dude, you should always sit when you're using a plane bathroom because at any moment the plane bounces around, and you should always sit.
No.
Oh my
tell me
God! You
what to
guys
do.
are such a-holes. You should sit that way. You'll never wreck the place.
I have good aim.
Yeah,
Not
I've
on a
never
plane.
once wrecked the place.
And honestly,
You say that, and then I
haven't.
walk in, and then there it is.
Plus, I mean, dude, sometimes those seats are too low. My knees aren't
you
all
have
that
an
great.
excuse because
I
you're a
don't-
tall dude.
Yeah, that's very uncomfortable.
Danny
Both ways
has
are
an
uncomfortable.
excuse.
Both ways.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm more afraid of just getting a concussion because I have to like kind of like tuck my head and then go number one. And it's like,
Maybe you should say it.
I probably should, but I'm not going to out of principle.
Oh, I sit all the time because I one time didn't.
Well, you sit all the time,
You sit
regardless
in-
of on your plane or not.
Yeah, you're in the station bathroom. You're sitting.
Well, yeah.
Are you worried about turbulence?
Yeah, you never know. we're on the 14th floor. The wind could be knocking us around, Steve.
Although I got my Tatum all of a sudden walking in when I'm in the bathroom. She's like, "Daddy, sit down."
See, she knows what's up.
Well, because for solidarity, she sits when she has to go potty. So she's like, "You should too." I'm like, "It's the only time I've ever actually sat down to go number one." I'm like, "Fine." My daughter's asking me to.
Oh, so when your daughter asks you, you'll do it.
Yes.
But you know what? When I ask you on a plane for everybody, no, you got. So maybe we have to have your daughter start working for the airlines.
Well, if you looked as adorable as she does on a bicycle, you would listen to her too.
Oh, I have to be on a bicycle, all right?
Yes.
I got to get a bicycle first. All right. Fair enough.
Yes.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Is your relationship going sideways?
Have a family issue? Problems with your coworker?
Do you need advice? We're here to help. No problem is too dumb. No dilemma is too silly. This is Help Wanted with BJ and Migs.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Help Wanted. Brand new segment on our show where basically you got issues and you know something, man, we are here for you. That's what it's all about. And it doesn't matter, man. Rockaholics have been texting us, calling us over a long period of time. We tried to fit him in on Listeners on the Loose, and then Steve was like, dude, this is bigger than that. This is bigger.
It's even more overwhelming now that we're doing this segment, man. Every day we get different texts, and they're all of all varieties. Some are random, some are serious, some are just ridiculous.
And a lot of us have lived life experiences, and if you have anything dumb, that's where we let Danny, be part of the conversation. Anything at all about relationships where they don't work, we let Vicky be part of the conversation.
Wow.
And then, really anything else where you just need to be an expert, well, then you got Steve and I.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're the experts.
We're the experts. That's scary.
We're the success stories. And then if you want to know how to deal with failure, we let, let the kids, we let Danny, we let Vicky. That's how we let them.
Are we succeeding in mediocrity? I'm not sure what's going on.
Mediocrity, you and I, yeah. This is Help Wanted. And we will take all of your requests or, questions for advice at 206-803-ROCK. Call us or text us.
This one actually is a pretty good one. I thought this would be a fun one to start off with. The person just texted in this morning saying, how do you guys feel about separate vacations? Most of my family think it's odd that my wife and I are doing a separate vacation in the next few months. She's going to Vegas with some girlfriends to see Carrie Underwood. I'm going with some buds to England for AEW at Wembley Stadium. Oh, good on you. That's a great vacation, if you ask me. They say we will do a vacation together as well at some point, but I love AEW. She doesn't. And she loves Carrie Underwood, and I don't. So why not?
This is a thing that my wife and I really, really have learned how to do, and it is that opposites attract, and the idea that you don't have to do everything with your spouse, which wasn't the case all the time in life. But yeah, vacations are really limited, and so you basically had to do family stuff. When I was growing up, it really felt like you had to do family stuff. But this is a different time where you really... you get more vacation time, or maybe you don't have to, you don't have kids or, whatever. I think it's completely healthy, but it's funny how people do get mad about it.
It's just weird when people get weirded out by what someone else is doing that seems to work for them. That's always the strangest thing in the first place. It's like, well, if it's working for these two, and if financially you can pull off a vacation for yourself and a vacation for your significant other, and then together you can still have something fun to do, I think it's important to still do a vacation together. I think that'd be unfortunate if you're like, I'd rather just have fun with everybody else but my significant other.
Yeah, I think there's jealousy, especially from dudes, because dudes tend to be happy wife, happy life, and would never even think of doing it. I mean, the one thing also in your relationship, Steve, I mean, you get to do a lot of stuff away from the family. That's your hobby. And, your wife is very cool about it. And and for you, I just feel like, your wife is married to you. So that's the bonus.
Well, I think the bonus, she gets a vacation from me.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that.
So when I go off to go do a day trip to Vancouver or Abbotsford, British Columbia, she doesn't have to deal with me for a day.
Well, see, my wife took that to why don't I just go live in a whole different place?
It's only one child she has to handle.
Yeah.
Way less farting. It's a way better day. No, yeah. I think it's important, though, to still have interests outside of what you guys do together. And this guy loves wrestling, and she loves country music or Carrie Underwood. And why have to be miserable doing that together?
Yeah, I think that's a wonderful thing. I think the older you are, I am trying to figure that out in my own relationship, because it's like as I've done my own stuff in life, and there could be a time where my wife and I will be living together again. And if that happens, I've got to still feel like I can have this life I have. I have a great life kind of when she's not here. I built a new life where it's like I get to do whatever I want.
And then she comes and ruins it for you.
Well, my generation is that generation doesn't think you can have those separate times. I don't, I think it's in my head. I don't think my wife would mind, but my brain, when she's in town, I feel like I can't be with my friends. I can't do anything. I got to be with her the whole time. And I think it's because I got brainwashed by something. Maybe it was culture, society saying, you're married now, you do everything with your spouse. You can't have a separate fun time at all.
And that's what it sounds like the family's doing. Tell them to shut up. Or just be like, oh, cool, man, good for you. You guys be miserable in your relationship. We're happy.
Here's a pro tip if you are in a family. Why do you think anybody needs to know your opinion about stuff?
Well, then what else were people going to talk about?
Yeah, Steve, that's a good point. How about
it's all about judging each other.
How about watch a show? Watch Ted Lasso and have conversations about that. I mean, you know what I mean?
Good luck.
Yeah, instead of all that, why bother people? It's jealousy. I would say to the texter, it's pure jealousy. Oh, hold on, Danny.
I also have to put it because I actually had this conversation with my mom recently because my cousin and her boyfriend are doing separate vacations, and actually it was more of just the guy was going on. So my cousin is a girl, and the guy went on his own boys' vacation.
Okay,
and she called me and she was like, "I don't understand that. How does she let him go?" And I was like, "Why do you care?" And she was like, "Oh. Well, I guess I just have issues." And I was like, yeah,
there you go.
But why?
Woo!
And
Yeah.
she was like, I just would never trust a guy to go with his friends by himself.
Oh, because she thinks they're going to carouse.
Apparently. And I was like, well, why? Like, Mom, you've never been married. Like, and she's just like, well, I know, but I know how guys are, and I just would not trust him.
Ooh,
well, then
that's
you
so
ever
old
let him
school.
then you'll never leave that person, have him leave the house if that's because you just never know where you might trip and fall and have sex.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, I will say this. I can't speak for your mom's culture, Danny, obviously Hispanic, but in the Italian...
Wait, you're not a Hispanic woman?
I am not a Hispanic woman.
I thought you were an elderly Hispanic woman this entire time.
I have played one on TV, which is why it's so convincing. But I will say this, in Italian culture, and I grew up in an Italian household, 60s, 70s Italian culture, mistresses. And so people, and of course in the documentary, The Sopranos, obviously it was, everybody knew about the gumbari, I think as they called it, or gumad, whatever it is that it's just in that generation, you just knew if I let him have time away, he's probably going to have a mistress because that's what dudes do, at least in the Italian culture. So if your mother also had that in her culture when she was a younger person, seeing that with all the adult men, it's tough to get out of her brain that that's not the way it is anymore. Where, like, people your age, Danny, doesn't matter what your ethnicity is or what your culture is, you're not going to be a douche. You're actually just going to go out and have fun with your buddies, and it's not going to be carousing.
Yeah, it's just funny, though, that was her. And she was so adamant, again, like, they need to go on vacation together if she's not invited. And I was like... I had to talk her off
Plus,
a
it's
ledge.
boyfriend.
I was like, Mom,
Would she let him go to work? I mean, with that
care?
attitude, like, you can't go to work. You might have sex with the coworker.
Yeah.
Plus, it's boyfriend, girlfriend. I think until you put a ring on it, I'm sorry. You still get to have your own life anyway.
Right? Someone says I go to Vegas solo every summer for 2 weeks for the World Series of Poker. Wife is fine with it. We also take 2 to 3 trips together each year. Another person says nothing wrong with separate vacations. My wife is going to Pismo Beach or Pismo Beach.
Pismo, yeah.
Pismo. While I'm taking the motorcycle to Sturgis. We have trips also planned together.
Oh man, everybody wins on that one. If you love bikes, sure, Sturgis is the way to go.
I did have one trip. I almost it didn't happen, but there was a potential of it happening where I was going to get to go to Florida to wrestle. And my wife, it was going to be over at a theme park as well, so like at Universal Studios. And so when I mentioned it to my wife, she's like, "That's the trip I will go with you to." I'm like, "All right, let's do it." Like,
oh yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, because we could just like for the day that you're doing whatever you have to do." And when I mentioned it's actually at the theme park, she's like, "We could just hit the theme park and then either meet up, come watch you, or just meet up afterwards." I'm like, "That would be." It didn't happen, but I was like, "That would have been the one where she's like, I'll go on that vacation with you."
Yeah, we had separate family vacations. We went to Hawaii for a Magic the Gathering tournament. Mm-hmm. And of course, Sarah and Kathy are like, we're all in, even though we're not going to go to the Magic the Gathering tournament. And it was so bizarre because, of course, Hawaii is amazing, which they got to explore all the amazingness of Hawaii, while Joey and I were in a convention center. And you'd think we'd be miserable. Of course, we both love playing Magic the Gathering, so that's what we did. So you can even do separate stuff while you're on vacation as a family.
I remember even I was on a vacation. It was a quote-unquote work conference, but it was in Miami, so it felt like a vacation. And I remember she was just like, I'll go with you to that one. Like, that sounds way more fun than Chicago. And she we did all the convention stuff, and she just sat poolside, read books, and chilled. And she's like, I had so much fun. It was so relaxing.
Yeah, I think the radio convention, nobody ever wants to go. It's like, where are you going? Chicago? Middle of the summer.
Atlanta? Oh, that's hot.
No. Oh, Miami. Yeah, all of a sudden, it was like, let's go to Miami.
And that was the best one because the guy who, like, the radio personality based out of there had the hookup for, like, the nice hotel.
Paul Castronovo's the man down. He knows everybody down there.
Dude, we got to stay at the hotel, and it was when the Heat won the championship that year.
That's right.
And all the players were in the hotel right next door to us because it was like like these 2 super fancy hotels, and we got it was like $100 a night. It was like a ridiculous rate they gave us because of Paul, and man, that was crazy because it was just bedlam in that area because all the players were there.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you right now, Paul knows how to leverage his success.
I remember my wife and I were both I'm like, who are all these random, really like over the top hot women that are just showing up?
Yeah,
in our
that was
area?
insane. I'm like, dude, what the hell? How is this next to our hotel?
It was like they just like found every single hot person from Miami and just had them just land right in our hotel.
Of course, I was there,
and you,
yeah.
And then we realized, it's because of the NBA players are right next door, and they're all trying to hook up.
Had nothing to do with that. It was us, Steve.
Oh, it was just us.
They were there. They knew the radio people are in town. All the hot ladies want to be there.
This is crazy.
It was nuts, dude.
All right, we got another text. This one is
yes.
a workplace situation. So
all right, we're good at the workplace. Look at us, how we get along with everybody.
All right, this person said, so I'm a Class A truck driver and the only truck driver for the company in Washington that he works at, I guess. I make pretty good money per hour, but all the guys that I work in the shop seem to not like me because of how much I make, and I have leeway because of my downtime. I can do what I want, like wash my semi, and they get mad because of how much I make per hour. And I don't know exactly how much they make, but I have an idea, and I'm thinking I'm about double of what they're making.
How do they know what he's making? This is why, even though there is a movement out there with some people to share salaries and let you know, but I think that's a bad idea because human beings are competitive, and as soon as you find out, and when I found out what the host of my show was making one time, it changed everything.
Yeah.
I was so mad at the person that told me, and she went and did some digging, and it wasn't cool. I don't know how she got this information, but she came back one day, and she was like, this guy is making 6 figures, and this was over 30 years ago. And we all knew that he was doing well, but when you don't know
from all the boats that he was buying,
you kind of, I think once it was out that he was doing well, he said, "The hell with it! I'm not going to try to be like subtle about this anymore."
Stop hiding all
and
these
he just
boat
bought
purchases.
boat after boat. I don't want to mention any names, but pretty much we've identified the guy if anybody remembers. And it changed everything. I got bitter. I remember sitting down and, I think my wife, really had a good conversation with me because I was not getting along to the point where I almost got fired. And we worked on it. We had some therapeutic techniques we did together. And eventually it was like, you know what it is? I hate that guy because I feel like I'm scratching for money here and he's making what he's making. And I'm like, damn it.
Which is so funny because it's like, I bet the big bosses love that. All of a sudden your anger is towards your coworker as opposed to the company that should be paying you more. And it's like it becomes less about that. It's like now all of a sudden you're holding ill will towards someone who was able to get their money. However, it's like I shouldn't begrudge that person for getting money. I should just be, if I'm upset with what I'm getting paid, I should be upset with the company, not with him.
It's an interesting. So you make a good point. Unless, of course, the company is basically saying he's the only important one. We're going to give that person the boatload of money, and this is all with a lot for you. Sorry. We feel like your position is only worth this. And that's that. So it's a tough one to go like.
But still, then it's their fault, I feel.
Yeah. Or is it the host's fault for like basically not realizing, I got something good here. And I am like, they only have a budget. Like if the company says, look, we can only afford to pay the whole show X amount of dollars.
Sure.
And we think you are so amazing. We're going to give you basically 80% of that. Then the company's like, we're paying everybody what we can. I mean, look at if they show you the sheet, they go, look, this is what we make and this is what we're paying the show. We think that if we do that, we just feel like that's not good for our bottom line. I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you mean. I guess I come from my mindset has always been I want to get paid to what makes me happy, and I don't want to worry about what anyone else is making.
It's a great mindset, actually.
Because like, let's just say I agree to an X amount of dollars. I'm like, that is awesome. But then I find out person sitting right next to me is making double that. That sucks. Yeah, sure. But I was like, 10 minutes ago before I found that out, I was very happy with what I was making.
So you got a better brain than me. When I found out that information, I know why I just said that. I strike that from the record.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Better in some ways, maybe worse in others.
Now, here's what I'll say to going back to the truck guy. Optics are everything. If they are busting their asses and you just look like you're having great leisure time, optics are hard, dude. I think that if you can be really humble and discreet with what you're doing in life so that, maybe you bring the guys some treats once in a while, maybe you buy some lunch once in a while, spreading it around. If you are, in fact, the rich guy of the shop, spreading it around and spreading goodwill, because that's what rich people used to do back in the day. They knew people made less than them. They knew they would have to interact with them. And the way to counteract bitterness, you see it in football. The big money players, like what do the quarterbacks do? They always, treat the offensive linemen to good stuff, give them like fancy gold stuff. Even though the fancy treats and the fancy dinners are still nowhere near the difference in pay like an OL will get as opposed to a QB, it's still goodwill that's spread that way. And you might want to think about that, because you're not going to convince people who work really hard and make less that you're a great guy. You're just never going to, it's just not going to happen. So goodwill, bribe the mother effers. That's the way to go.
So to maybe explain the training experience needed to get and maintain a CDL. Perhaps some of those coworkers would like to become drivers, help and mentor them. Another person said, what's stopping them from getting their Class A license to drive a truck and make some money? Sounds like a bunch of crybaby bitches with no integrity.
Okay,
I like how he spelled integrity.
Yeah,
that's why
sir.
I like that.
Even though Steve likes the way you spelled integrity,
yep.
That never works. You will never lecture people who are feeling like they're downtrodden that it's their fault.
What if you're still on top of your truck blowing the horn?
Oh, yeah.
Just throwing money out of the window going, work harder, bitches.
Oh, if you're throwing money out the window, I'll let you say what you want to me. I mean, if money's floating in the air. I think it's a great idea. You're throwing money at me? Yeah, be cool to people. Give them a treat once in a while. I mean, that they'll at least go, all right,
what kind
this
of treat,
guy's
like
a good
Hershey's Reese's peanut butter cup? Or something?
Buy him lunch, buy him pizza. I mean, it sounds crazy, but spreading the wealth is an age-old tradition that works. Educating people about how you could be like me, all you got to do is da-da-da. It can sound arrogant, as opposed to, the idea that you just spread the wealth. That's what I would do. But hey,
says I buy food for the warehouse.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I mean, especially since this texter feels like it is they get it. They get there's a problem. That's how you fix the problem. You're the king. You got to give something to the peasants once in a while.
Do you wear a king's crown then?
You have to wear the king's crown when you give them pizza.
I feel like that might not help.
Get them some Moto pizza, man.
Okay.
Right? Then you're really the all-star.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
At Enterprise, we know you're constantly on the move. Getting this?
Thanks, Mom.
Fixing that. You reach a destination. And then it's on to the next. And when life is moving at the speed of, life, Enterprise is right there with you. Around the corner and around the globe. We'll keep you moving forward. Enterprise. For lives in drive.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Let's talk about Simona.
Simona.
She's a woman in New York City who got laid off by TikTok. Man, I thought TikTok was killing it. They're laying off people?
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's idiot employees everywhere. Eventually, at some point, you get rid of them.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody that gets fired is an idiot, but, I mean, you know.
No job is safe, man.
I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have to put that disclaimer out there because I was like, you mean I got fired yesterday? You're saying I'm an idiot?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, getting laid off, I always thought if you get laid off, it wasn't as bad as getting fired.
I thought it was the exact same thing.
I felt
no. Well, sometimes, because layoffs to me are more of like it's like a company decision because they don't have enough money.
Yeah, it's a budgetary
I
thing.
think that's just a term they use just to like soften the blow, but they're just firing people.
Look at you!
Wow.
So you don't. So you never believe getting laid off is. You just think it's a nicer way to say get out of the building. We don't like you.
Well, both ain't helping me pay my bills, so they both suck.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you that.
Fire me or you lay me off. I don't care what fancy term you decided to go with. Whatever the latest buzz term is, you're taking my job from me, you bastards.
Wow.
But if you're talking to other people, I would rather say I was laid off than I was fired because it sounds like, if I get fired, it's like, oh, what'd you do? Oh, I got caught, doing stuff in the bathroom. Like it sounds like something you did wrong.
Look at Vicky. Vicky. So we know how Vicky's going to get fired.
Out. Yeah.
It wasn't the bathroom; it was the balcony.
And So anyway, Simona, whether she was doing stuff in the bathroom, whether she was just fired, we don't know. But how about this? She gets laid off by TikTok, and the day after, she returned to turn in her company things, and then posted that on TikTok. Listen as she roams the hallways and fills her bag with candy and chips.
Come with me to steal company assets from TikTok because I was laid off. I didn't get let in at first, but then my ID worked. We have these not a we anymore. Never get to thinking you're irreplaceable in the corporate world. This is where they keep the company assets. This is super private information, so please don't share with anyone. But yeah, I worked here, so, I was taking what was rightfully mine. I did end up giving most of it away to a person on the subway, but whatever. Here's my laptop and ID. Had to return those to IT. Oh, I'm keeping the TikTok lanyard, you guys. I deserve it. I worked here for 2.5 years. It's the least they could give me. And then I headed on my way. This turnstile always makes me feel like suddenly I see this is what I want to be. So yeah, excited for the next adventure. Bye.
Boy, I really do not like this woman.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'd be like, hey, I need to talk to you. I know we already fired you, but just to kind of double down.
You are fired!
So I guess the stuff she was taking was like bags of chips and like...
Yeah. And I gave them to people on the subway because I'm a good person.
I do have to say, though, like the video that she posted, man, TikTok looks like a fun place to get pictures in. Like lots of funky looking rooms and hallways, which makes sense. It's a social media company.
And she protected herself legally because if that was secret sensitive information, because she asked people not to share it, her filming it shouldn't get her in trouble at all, right?
But I think the secret sensitive information that she was showing was the chips and the snacks.
Oh, maybe
so I don't know if that was just like a joke on her end.
That might have been sarcasm. Okay, fair
Man,
enough.
why don't we have that? Like I know some buddies that work over at like Facebook or Meta, whatever it is, and they've got like a little area where you can just like grab whatever chips and snacks that you want.
That's a thing that companies did to really attract people by making it a fun area by having those kind of benefits.
To be fair, we did have that here for a week, and then it went away.
Yeah.
I'm talking a long time ago. Remember when they had those chips that they would bring in?
Once a week.
Yeah, they would restock them,
and they would be gone in 10 seconds.
In 10 seconds flat, and they would just be gone.
Well, if they stocked them all the time,
that's the idea. You have to commit to the free stuff.
I know they needed a whole room.
Yeah.
Especially with us.
Well, our company, they had a vending machine that we still had to pay for those chips, and they took that away from us.
I know. How about that? Just because we
got restocked.
We're so mad at you that you took the free stuff. Yes, you wanted that to last, what? It was a little basket. You want that to last how long? We're radio people. We know that the free stuff at any moment is going to not be free anymore.
But what a weird video. I guess she's hoping that wherever she applies to next doesn't look for this video.
Yeah.
Because if I was an employer and this person applied, I'm like, let me check their TikTok, and then she had that, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this person.
It's very inception.
I'm not calling her back.
Well, you aren't, but honestly, Steve, are we out of touch? Because, I feel like everybody, it seems like, who goes on TikTok is that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it makes me wonder, is that just how people are? And you go, she's a good worker, even though she's got an attitude that I think is crap.
Well, when she went back to her old place and then took a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, which she was entitled to. She said, plus
fair,
my lanyard.
Fair. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're in, let's just say that, today, that's a crappy thing to joke about, but, they're letting us go. What are you taking? If you could take anything out of the building.
Oh, wow.
I think I'm taking that Pearl Jam.
Yeah, we have a lot of nice
That
decorations on the wall.
Album art. It's like Vitology and Yield, all part of one piece of art.
Wow.
And it's autographed by all the members. I think I'm leaving with that.
Nice. I'm going to take a microphone.
You're taking a microphone?
Heck yeah.
Oh, they're probably worth more than most things here.
Yeah, I'm just going to go down. I'm going to be like, you know what? I earned this microphone. I talked into it every day.
It's
so
my
here we are.
microphone.
Yeah, my microphone.
I like that idea. And then you could start a podcast, and then the whole podcast it's because of that microphone.
Exactly.
Now, I'm going to have to hire Rand Gauthier, which you guys don't know who that is, but that's the guy that stole Tommy and Pam's safe. I'm going to have to get that guy's help because what I want is big.
I feel like we could start a drinking game for every time you bring up the Pam and Tommy show. I think almost every show we hear you, we would be wasted every day.
Yes.
Well, but this is
never met a man more obsessed with Pam and Tommy.
Well, I love this. I love the story. I think it's fantastic that they pissed off this guy so much that he stole their safe.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
So what are you hiring?
So what
him
are we
for?
taking? Yeah.
Because he did it, dude. I know you, but dude, the guy put a white thing over himself and pretended to be one of their dogs and snuck past the security camera in order to be able to steal this safe. And dude, you guys don't know, but he got into their bedroom.
Oh no, we know.
Well, I know, but he was in their bedroom, looking at them, they had no idea. He had no idea they was on his estate. But anyway, I want the refrigerator. I want that big refrigerator we have.
The refrigerator without a freezer?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a big fridge.
Yeah, but then you gotta get a freezer.
Okay, I'll get him to steal somebody else's. Well, he's used to stealing big things. So yeah, I think I want that big refrigerator because I got a lot of friends.
So Danny, you're leaving on a microphone. I'm leaving now. Man, I'm starting to question mine. I thought mine was pretty awesome, but then again, mine's kind of rare because it's autographed by the band.
Yeah, that's a nice piece.
You're leaving with the refrifrigerator.
But you wouldn't even be able to put it up in your house, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He's right.
See, you got to go with something that you can
put in your bathroom.
I put it in the garage.
Yeah, that's kind of like the guy's place, just in the garage.
Yep, the garage is going to be pretty badass with all my cool stuff one day.
Ooh, and then you could get a microphone, too, and then do your podcast from your garage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And we could do a podcast together with the microphones that we stole.
And you're going to be thirsty. You're going to need my fridge.
And I'll swing by. Are you going to bring the fridge and put it in my garage?
Well, it is a big enough space for it. Why not?
I guess I'm not parking my car in the garage anymore.
Well, you know what? You'll always have a tasty beverage, though.
All right, Vicky, what are you taking?
See, I just found out my laptop keyboard doesn't work, so it'd probably be a computer of some sorts, but I do feel kind of geeky because my first thing I got really excited for was office supplies and just rating that thing.
Yeah, you don't want
to do that as an employee.
I know. I totally don't do that already.
And Vicky, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, I would like to take the computer from a radio station because everybody always complains about how our computers just...
I was going to say, you're going to take those laptops? Whenever we need to use those laptops, the webcam on there for Zoom calls, it makes it look like you're recording from a potato.
It wouldn't be a laptop. It'd just be the actual...
Oh, the tower?
The tower. That's
full
the word.
computer?
Well, I need something. I could wipe it and put some memory in it somehow. I don't know.
I like Rose in Tacoma said if she worked with us, she says, I'll take the men's room kegerator. That thing is pretty sick.
Yeah, but I'm not even sure if it works anymore.
I don't
because
think
there hasn't
so.
been beer in there in probably about 10 years.
That might be an HR reason, though.
That's probably true.
And I don't want to. I feel like it's a great thing, but they didn't fire us, so that's kind of theirs. You know what I mean? So I don't want to take anything that's theirs.
Well, I do better than fire us, but I'm taking that anyway. All right, Joe, what are you grabbing?
I'm taking the red couch in the green room.
Oh,
that thing's huge.
Where the hell am I going to nap on Wednesdays?
You got fired.
Well, you're fired. We're all fired.
What, are you going to come back and nap anyway? You're fired. So come back
that's
and
a
nap.
good point. I'll be napping wherever I want. Unemployed.
That's right.
All right. Laid off.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Laid off.
Again,
yeah.
everyone's sending us the true textbook definition of laid off.
Well, yeah, because then you can at least, you go to another place and you can go, look, I get good references because it wasn't because of my performance. It was because of cash.
I just think
it's laid off means you could be coming back. Laid off is a budgetary decision, and it's not your fault. Unemployment benefits should be easily attained, and they could possibly call you back to work.
So, Steve, this is important. You don't want to go out with a bang if you were laid off, because then they'll give you plenty of reason to go, yeah, we should fire this guy.
Damn it.
Yeah, because they may bring you back. But, you're out there stealing fridges and kegerators and everything, and they're going to go, you know what? I think we're changing that laid off status to get the F out, Steve.
I think it's funny that Joe wants to take the sex couch from the station.
Yeah.
Is it a sex couch? You guys think so?
I just think that every couch in a radio
I hope
station is a
not.
sex couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good call, Danny. Plus, it's a dark room.
And like you said, it's really big.
Yeah, it's a nice one. You can fit two people comfortably on it.
Very easily.
3.
3?
Oh, look at Vicky with all of the glee telling us that.
What, I didn't want to drive. I was sober, but I was tired, so I needed to crash, and I had 2 people with me, so we all just cuddled up on the couch.
Threesome couch.
Okay. Who are the other people? Do they work here?
No, they were my besties, but I was the driver, and
What the hell?
I was being safe. I wasn't going to drive, tired. That's not safe or responsible.
Did they drive?
No, they were drinking.
Oh, okay.
I was the designated driver. I was like, you know what? Let's be safe. Let me sleep for
No.
sleep for like 30 minutes, and then we'll be out.
That is a faux pas.
I don't care.
No, hold on a second. I don't mind if any of employees will sleep on that couch, but you can't bring Rando Calrissian.
I don't know what kind of lice they might have in their hair.
Exactly.
You never know.
Why are you worried about lice?
I don't know.
You
Right
don't have
now,
any
I'm
hair.
very concerned about it, though.
and I don't believe for a second sex did not happen.
Well, they're both in committed relationships, so yeah.
Oh, like that ever stopped a human being?
But think of all the fun you get out, because there's also a big giant green wall, so you could video it and then add fun backgrounds.
I'm in Paris now.
Yeah,
Let's do the Eiffel Tower.
Joe, do you still want the couch?
Yes.
Wow, I don't even want to know.
It's leather. You can wipe it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you
It's
can.
the closest he's gotten to getting laid anytime soon. So.
Ouch.
Sorry, buddy.
Poor Joe.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fixed fire. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Deep underground, the Jelly Belly factory, Bibi is in her secret laboratory creating the weird and wild flavors of Bean Boozled.
I've done it again.
Is it pomegranate or old bandage? Dare to compare. Bean Boozled, 6th edition. Are you brave enough?
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. This is a story, man. We're seeing more and more stories of people just going, you know what? We want to help out somebody who should be able to do something at their age that they can't do. And people have done this for a 72-year-old Domino's delivery driver because these folks saw this delivery driver on this video falling down at one of her stops. And they were like, okay, we got people all over the world. They're like, we got to do something. She should be able to retire. So they raised over $260,000 for this Domino's delivery driver.
I love these. Like, I don't love seeing stories of anyone falling. If they're okay, then it's kind of funny. But it's
as long as we know they're not hurt.
As long as they're okay, I feel not so bad about laughing. But I'm all in for these stories of like that when you see like the guy working at Walmart in his 80s, and people are like, how do we help this person stop having to work? And I think it's so cool when people, random strangers, gather up cash, and that's the one nice thing about social media and all like the GoFundMes and stuff. It's like that's pretty cool that they help out people because this lady looks like she's struggling.
It's a beating. She falls on concrete, dude. I mean, as an old person falling like that is not
the kid's chair helped break the fall for her.
Yeah, that helped a little bit. Oh, dude, I mean that.
And she's probably worried that now all of a sudden these people are going to be mad that they're like, their chicken wings are all messy.
I would be, yes. I'd be pizza. Like, look, you should have put them down and carried one bag at a time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're right. I would have been mad at her for that.
Man.
Yeah, it's
and she's all worried. She keeps saying, "I've ruined your food. I'm sorry I fell." So I'm sure that tug on the heartstrings of people as well.
Yeah, 72 years old, and people were like, after seeing this video, which was caught on the person's not their Ring cam, I guess their Nest cam. So there's a guy named Kevin that was like, okay, we got to do something about this. So Kevin started the GoFundMe, and here he is with Barbara. This is the woman who was the Domino's delivery person.
I asked her, are you okay? And the only thing she was concerned about was our food. She was worried that she ruined our food or whatever, and I only cared that she was all right.
I was very tired that day, and you can tell by the way I was walking up to the house, and I do have bad knees. I still have to keep pinching myself, wondering if this is real or am I in a dream?
Yeah, and so $260,000 they sent her way.
I wonder where it's at now because that keeps growing overnight. I wonder if there's like a way to find that GoFundMe and see if she's reached over 300,000 now.
Does the government get any of that? Or does that just go right to? I don't know what the laws are. If they give her that money, does the government get to take any of that from her? Or is that all her money?
I got a feeling they probably do get something out of it. I don't know or is it considered a charity?
Yeah.
Or a gift. A gift? Yeah. But isn't there certain amounts that you got to stop gifting? I don't know these things.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wish people would start giving me money so I can find out.
Oh, good call. Yeah, I'll get on that.
When's somebody going to start a GoFundMe to help me retire? I'll fall.
You got some time. You're not 72.
I've passed out on the radio before.
You have.
She stayed awake the whole time.
Yeah, I think people still think, you know what, you still got some good working years in you.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Man, dude. So she's 10 years older than me.
Wow, wait a that.
I mean,
does that trip you out?
It does. It freaks me out to think. And
if she would use walking poles, she wouldn't have to worry about this.
Oh, she's got to get my little trolley, the dolly trolley that was on Shark Tank.
What the hell is that now?
Oh, that's the one that goes upstairs. It's like a little pull cart that goes upstairs, and you can put your stuff in there. She should have one of those.
Do you use this?
Yeah, you can buy those on Amazon, but I saw it on Shark Tank, and I have it now, and I bring it everywhere. People laugh at me, but you know what? I can go upstairs and everything with that damn thing, and it's just a trolley that, it's like a little cart you can pull, but it's got wheels designed so you can pull it upstairs without any issue.
What are you using it for?
Board games. Oh, yeah, dude.
You do have a lot of board games.
I have a lot.
You probably save a few trips.
Oh, they're heavy, dude. That's the thing is, you get older, you just, next thing you know, you're falling on somebody's porch. I don't need that.
She could have put all the Pete's on those things.
I think it's really cool because, man, it used to be companies way back in the day would have pensions for one reason, because they would want to make sure that old people who provided for them while they were younger and helped them make their business great. It used to be that's how we thought. We thought that, look, pensions are the way to go. And then they sort of bamboozled us into this 401k thing, which basically was, well, we're going to match the money. And you go, okay. And then all of a sudden, some companies stopped matching the money. And now if you're responsible for your own retirement, which really sucks because you've got to take the money they're paying you. That never used to be the way.
I know my Social Security is going to take care of me.
It's the problem.
Maybe I should start saving now?
Yeah.
What the F?
You might not even have Social Security. I mean, they're saying how it's running out. And here's what I'm saying. The government tells us we don't want to take care of people and we can't afford to, is what they're trying to say with Social Security. But we see stuff like this where people are willing to give their money to help people. So I think the average human being is like these folks that would be like, let's help this person out there, an old person. Let's take care of old people.
Almost to $270,000 raised, $268,000. I love the picture. The picture of her, and she's a lifer. She's a Domino's lifer.
Heck
She's
yeah.
taking pictures of herself in Domino's shirts and hats with this family. If I'm Domino's, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm
you
doing
got
something.
yeah.
At least name a pizza after her.
Yeah, Domino's at this point has got to do an undercover boss situation with her. Where
boy,
yeah, or they how like
The
somebody gets a
feel-good
big
story?
reward at the
Yeah.
end of the they got to do that.
Also, according to this, if you get more than $17,000 in any kind of money, you have to pay taxes on it.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
The poor woman is 72, falling on porches, just trying to find a way to, keep herself alive. And the government's like, well, look at this. People wanted to help you, and we want our cut. You know why? Because we're the government.
See, Vicky, you just need to be old, so that way when you fall in the ice, you can get... Yeah. That's all I think about. Anytime I see somebody fall like on a porch or anything, it's just when Vicky fell in the ice. Because it still makes me laugh to this day.
Is there a way to do like a GoFundMe, but it's like GoFundMe under the table?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
There's probably something called Go F Me under the table. Maybe you can start with that first. And
Well,
see.
I'm looking for money, not that.
Yeah.
I want a different kind of handout.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, listen.
And GoFundMe takes a part of it, too.
Yeah. Well,
so you think
yeah.
whatever they're taking should be what... Well, obviously, they want to make their money because they're a company.
Yeah, GoFundMe, I really don't have a problem with them because that's what they're set up to do, and someone's got to pay the bills for them to be able to do it. It's just the government is always the government. That's, it's sometimes.
The government is always the government.
It's just always like the government. So it's nice to know that people want to help people. That's
100%.
a good thing.
I always love those stories for that reason.
Yeah.
Like it makes me think of that Walmart greeter person that ended up there. I think it was like $100,000. That's all they needed in order to be like, I'm good for life if I could just get that $100,000, and people made that happen.
Yeah.
And they got her. I don't know where she lives if $250,000 is enough for her to get by for the rest of her life, but
yeah,
that'd be cool if it was.
Well, first of all, you take a look at her salary. What does she make a year doing the delivery? Yeah. Divide that into the into the money that they gave her, and then that's how many more years she can live without having to work, if she's able to sustain herself anyway. So, and I don't know. Can you take jobs and still get Social Security? I don't even know about that.
I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, somebody in my family gets a pension, and it was a really cool thing because it was from her husband. Her husband has been gone for 20 years. She still gets that pension check, which is really super helpful in her life.
Do you think Domino's keeps her on hey, you can still deliver, but you're only going to deliver salads. That way, if you fall, you're just tossing the salad for the people. And
okay.
We're not having.
I don't think that's what Domino's is going to say. You can toss salads, miss, but that's it.
Not inadvertently. If you fall, at least you're tossing just a salad, not a pizza.
I think that falls under the Go F Me website.
Oh, okay. I was saying, hey, guy, you ordered the salad. Well, we have our celebrity delivery driver. You might remember her from the GoFundMe story. She'll deliver the salads.
That is a great idea. Just have her go be the celebrity delivery driver. I love that plan. Domino's pays her money, and she just shows up. Hi, I'm the lady that fell.
But then there's a warning. She might drop your pizza, but hey, you get to meet the lady that got the $250,000.
And does she have to do that at everything? She just has to fall at every. So people
that's
go.
Not fair.
Well, that's how we know her. That's how we know who she is. So it's it's like, who are you? Well, watch, I'll show you. Probably saw me on video.
She's 74. She's not Johnny Knoxville. She can't be doing jackass stunts.
Yeah, we probably have to get a little foam cushion they put out there so she could just fall on a mattress or something. All right, well, I think we worked it out. She's got a great career ahead of her. Well, we earlier talked about the difference between getting laid off and getting fired. And Steve was just like, I don't care. You're not paying me. I hate all of you.
Right.
But we did find out getting laid
Apparently
off.
There's a difference.
There's a difference. They can hire you back if you get laid off. You're not officially kicked out of the company. And it means that you were not a bad worker. It's just they ran out of money and they had to get rid of somebody. The Washington Post just did a big write-up on how companies are now using artificial intelligence to choose who gets laid off. Isn't that insane now? Bosses are not even making these decisions. This is so sci-fi to me.
This
So
has gone a
sci-fi
little
to
too
me.
crazy. Because, I mean, we heard that chat GPS or whatever the hell it's called.
GPT. Chat GPS is where you ask Google where to take you, and Google says, sure, no problem, I got it covered, and the next thing you know, you're in an alley.
Now I feel like, that thing could probably, you type in, like, here's our employees, here's a little bit of information on each one, which one should we fire?
Ooh. Dude.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, Google laid off about 12,000 employees last month, and people thought some of the layoffs seemed a little random, so they vented online and speculated that AI had a hand in it. Google claims that is not the case, and there was no algorithm involved, even though...
That's a bad look if they were like, yeah, totally. We didn't feel like figuring it out on our own, so we just typed it into a software and it picked it for
We're
us.
Google, of course. We're
Yeah.
the company of the future.
And Google was one of the companies supposedly working on AI that was like got their pants, basically caught with their pants down, not having it ready when ChatGPT made it. And Google was like, oh, we had one. And well, you got to rush this out there. We were supposed to be the AI guys. And so were they testing their new AI? This is all just a conspiracy theory. I have no idea. But I mean, you know, when they go, well, you know what? Before we release it, let's just see how it does with the layoffs. Hey, you know. And they say that is not the case. There was no algorithm involved in these layoffs. But that doesn't mean that it's not happening at all. Somebody polled 300 HR managers last month, and 98% of them said they expect to use software or algorithms to help make decisions about layoffs this year.
See, I think I'd use it to decide on what I want to eat for dinner. I don't know if I want to have it decide on like who I'm letting go if I'm a boss.
You know what? I used to trust you. You were 100% against Skynet. And then all of a sudden you changed your mind for some reason, and now it's easing its way in, and here comes the Terminator.
Maybe I'm no longer Steve. Maybe I am.
Oh, you mean you have been taken over?
Yes, maybe I'm a robot.
Oh, you're a cyborg guy.
Yeah.
I
This
know
whole
no,
time.
No one's tried to cut you to see if you still bleed.
Right. I mean, robots don't eat meat. All of a sudden, I'm a plant-based weirdo, like one listener called me.
That's, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
Ever since you went to the vegan diet, you have changed a lot of positions.
Yes.
Whoa. There is like in the movie Blade Runner, there's a test we can give you to see if you're a replicant or if you're a real human being.
You can give me the test, but I might snap you in half after I'm done with that.
Ooh. I think that means you failed the test.
Damn it.
I don't have to give you the test now.
Son of a...
I think you kind of failed it.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so the companies are using this AI tech to, like, you know, decide who the best person to hire is for a position.
Ooh.
Like
Would you
AI,
use it for that? Let's just say you had like five. You're
Yes.
trying to hire someone, and you have 5 people that you absolutely are like, I'm cool with any of these 5.
Sure.
Danny would never be here if we used AI. Seriously, he would have cried into the computer and blown its circuits, and they would have
Well,
said,
then
"Get
we
out."
wouldn't be able to read about anyone else, so we'd be forced to hire him.
That's a good point.
Exactly.
Yeah. But they would weed people out. They compare skill sets and weed people out. And Danny, remember Danny said, I don't know what I... Like, Danny didn't even tell us what his skills were. He's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I do.
What are you talking about? He said he knew how to make a good smoothie at Jamba Juice.
Yeah, he did say that, yeah.
And that he was a really good worker at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did say
and
that.
I cried at Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you crying during the interview made us not realize that you were a crier.
Yeah, I got you.
Yes.
Now, if you are a millennial or Gen Z, if you're a Zoomer, you're not going to like this because those generations are known for not being company loyal. Like, you know, they know that they're, I think they call them company agnostic or whatever, or career agnostic.
We need to come up with terms for everything, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, yes, we do.
Okay. Just
You know what? That's another test. You are a replicant.
Yes.
But they're saying that the AI can see whether or not you will be a flight risk. Like, that's one of the reasons why they may not hire you, because they think you might be the AI will go, oh, yeah, Danny's the kind of guy, he's going to leave in 3 years. You, if you want somebody long-term, don't
But I
hire
wonder how
him.
they figure that out. Like, is it like based on your answers, or is it like based on like, oh, this person has never moved out of their home state before?
Or how many relationships you've been in. It probably the AI goes through like your Facebook page and statuses and all that. I don't know. I mean, that does seem kind of weird.
Yeah, like how do you get to that point? Like,
How
I
would
would
you
totally
feel?
use this all the time.
How would you feel though? Like, hey, we're gonna have to let you go. Well, what did I do wrong? Well, it's not you. It's our AI software. It decided that you were one of the people that needed to be fired.
See, as if I were ever a manager, I would want to use that kind of stuff because then I could just blame something else.
Blame the robot.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to tell you something right now.
It was Chad 4000 that fired you, not us.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, for us sci-fi people who love watching this stuff, we are seeing stuff like this come true. There was a show, love the show, Raised by Wolves on HBO, and there was a computer that made all the decisions for everybody in this colony that went out to do what they had to do. They were not in charge. The computer was in charge, and no matter what, they had to obey what the computer said because the computer was considered smart enough to be able to predict what should happen or not happen. Another show called Travelers, also on Netflix, same thing. And this is scary because at some point, how are you going to argue with society when they go, look, humans are flawed, machines aren't, so of course machines can make better decisions about everything than we can. I really think where are we, 100 years from that, do you think?
Dude,
imagine
things are moving so fast.
I mean, whoa!
Like, I would have never thought we'd even have like this AI software that we've been playing around with, the Chat GPT, whatever thing is.
Chat GPT.
I don't know, what is it called again?
It's GPT.
Okay, that too.
You've used every letter but the right one. You're doing a great job.
Chat GTFU.
Chat SVU. It's a new Law and Order show coming out on NBC.
I'd watch that.
But like all of a sudden we type in stuff, like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And that's I think how they suck you in. Like, you're like, look at this thing. It just wrote a commercial for us, and it's just as good as if we wrote it. And then all of a sudden you start using it for other things, and then you rely on it for stuff.
So here's where this goes, people.
To hell.
Here's where it goes, because at some point in every good science fiction story, the robots go, you know what? We need to start killing the humans in order to save humanity, because the humans are the reason humanity's bad in the first place.
Yep.
And then you go, but don't you understand you're going to get rid of everybody? And the robots are like, yep.
So be it.
It's good for the Earth.
Yeah.
And then the robots take over.
And then they just do robot things.
That's all they do is robot things.
But I think eventually they're going to miss us. Because, I mean, other robots aren't going to be impressed by their robot ways. We're the idiots like, this is so crazy. Look, I just typed my name in and it created a whole story.
Well, I hope you're right about that.
I think they need to understand that.
I hope you're right about that. Otherwise,
other robots aren't pumping their tires.
Yeah, I hope you're right, because this is the first step to Armageddon.
See, I like to go back 5 years ago, and I was like, guys, we should be concerned about this. And nobody thought I was
You also don't think it anymore. You also don't believe you're
I've come to terms with the robots are going to just kill us.
Oh, I see. So you're just okay. Yeah,
I've seen the videos. We can't beat these things.
Look, we all watched the documentary Terminator. We're with you. We know what happens.
It's starting to become like that, man.
All right.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com. Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Deep underground, the Jelly Belly factory, BB is in her secret laboratory creating the weird and wild flavors of Bean Boozled.
I've done it again!
Is it pomegranate or old bandage? Dare to compare. Bean Boozled, 6th edition. Are you brave enough?
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
Let's play Beat Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat me?
Let's do it!
I know Andrew from Little Rock, Arkansas is. Andrew, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How is Arkansas treating ya?
Hot and sweaty.
That's how I like my women.
Sounds about right. All right, Steve, now get out. For those playing at home, Andrew has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Queen's hit song Bohemian Rhapsody is on their album titled A Night at the What?
Opera.
Yes.
Nice.
The 2 alcohols in a French 75 cocktail is champagne and what?
Pass.
What is the largest island in the Caribbean Sea?
Cuba.
Yes.
Nice.
Cleopatra supposedly took a bath in what liquid?
Milk.
Yes. Beginning with A, what is the real first name of Tina Turner?
Pass.
What 2 elements make up 99% of the air?
Carbon.
No.
Oxide.
No.
Hello? Oh, he's still there.
Pass.
There we go.
What pop singer's fans call themselves Katy Cats?
Katy Perry.
Yes. What superhero uses the slogan, "It's clobberin' time"?
Oh, The Thing.
Yes.
Nice. Oh, I gotta love a fellow FF fan.
And with that, you get 5 correct.
Boy, you got to go pretty deep, I think, to know that.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, maybe I'm crazy and people know that more than I think.
Maybe Andrew just knows what's up.
Yeah, I mean, that's, It's
a deep one?
See if Steve knows. Steve probably knows, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, Steve, are you ready?
Damn. Oh, wow, okay. Barack was not sure if you were ready.
Wasn't sure, but the
crazy
lady was.
The lady sure was sure.
They hang out together. It's
I guess
kind of
so.
crazy.
Crazy train lady.
Yes, and I need it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Queen's hit song Bohemian Rhapsody is on their album titled A Night at the What?
Opera.
Yes.
Good job.
The two alcohols in a French 75 cocktail is champagne and what?
I'm going to go champagne and whiskey?
No.
Champagne and vodka?
No.
Champagne and tequila?
No.
I don't know.
What is the largest island in the Caribbean Sea?
Bermuda?
No.
Bahamas?
No.
Ooh, I want to take you.
Acapulco?
No. Cleopatra supposedly took a bath in what liquid?
Blood.
No.
Wow.
Milk?
Yes.
Okay, I was afraid what you were going to say
Beginning
next.
with A, what was the real first name of Tina Turner?
Angie.
No.
Aggie.
No.
Hi, Aggie.
Artie.
No.
Artie
What
Turner.
two elements make up 99% of the air?
Gas and hydrogen.
No.
Gas and oxygen.
No.
Oxygen and hydrogen.
No.
Oh.
What pop singer's fans call themselves Katy Cats?
Katy Perry.
Yes. What superhero uses the slogan, "It's clobbering time"?
Oh, that's the Hulk.
No.
Oh, the Thing.
Yes.
I get those two confused sometimes.
You get 4 correct, which is a loss. 5 to 4.
Nice work, Andrew. Oh. Yeah, it was clobbering time. Good job, Andrew.
I clobbered Steve.
Yeah, you sure did.
Well, kind of.
Wow, yeah. A win's a win, Sarah.
True.
A win is a win. He did clobber me.
Yeah, he did. And you know what? Congratulations. Yeah.
That sucks.
Congratulations to me, of course. Yeah, Steve.
The French 75 cocktail is champagne and, does anyone know?
I would be guessing.
Gin.
Gin.
I would have guessed gin.
It's so good. I had some over the weekend. They're
Did
dangerous,
you?
though.
What's it called?
French 75.
I've never heard of it.
Ooh.
See, champagne and gin are not my favorite spirits, but mixed together, you say they're
Mixed
good?
together, it's phenomenal.
Okay.
Did you get it in one of those fancy glasses?
Sure did.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah. The hangover, not the greatest, because you're already mixing 2 alcohols.
You get the little lemon on there?
Yeah. You feel very fancy drinking one.
All right, Lynn.
The largest island in the Caribbean Sea is Cuba.
That was the
Andrew got
the
that
difference
correct.
maker.
Cuba.
Yes. Beginning with A. Does anyone know what was Tina Turner's real first name?
Ariel?
It's Anna.
Oh.
It's very simple.
Oh, yeah, I should have gone with the Anna.
And does anyone know the 2 elements that make up 99% of the air?
Isn't it nitrogen and oxygen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it's
No.
more difficult than I remember.
No, that makes sense.
No, neither of you got that right, so
Whoops.
that's fine.
Yeah, that happens.
Congratulations, Andrew, for beating Steve.
Yeah, good job, Andrew. And quick trivia for anybody. Of course, we know Queen liked to spend a night at the opera, but on that double album, I believe it was a double album, do you know where they spent their day?
No.
Yeah, because it was a white-black album, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it was
Day at
two
the
albums.
Park?
Yeah, no, it wasn't Day at the Park. I don't know if it was double album or if it was just 2 different albums, but I remember they had a night at the opera after a day at the races.
A day at the races.
And a night at the... And I thought it was a double
Queen has
album.
never been that band for me. Like I like a lot of their songs. Or I'm lying. I like a handful of their songs. But I've never been a huge Queen fan.
It wasn't until Bohemian Rhapsody or the movie that really got me back into them.
I like to spend. I need to spend like a day and like just kind of enjoy some of their albums and just see like the non-radio hits and see how I feel about it. Because I just recently did that with Fleetwood Mac, and I'm like, you know what, this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And Queen has always been one of those bands where I'm like, I need to listen to them, and I eventually psych myself out of it.
It's hard to know.
It's not my band.
Because you listen to Rumors, which is arguably a great front-to-back album.
Oh, yeah, don't get it twisted. I'm not going to now start like obsessively listening to Fleetwood Mac records.
Yeah, and I don't think you would have the same experience, and I don't know if Queen has a great front-to-back record that some people, maybe they do. People think that maybe Night at the Opera is. I don't know. I personally don't think, there's a lot of great Queen songs, but I'm not sure there's a whole album I would listen to
Queen
front to
2
back.
is the one I think a lot of people would say is the one you got to check out.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, the songs that I like on that, yes, but I'm not sure, like Rumors, that every darn song is great, but it's been a long time since I've really... I don't even know if I could tell you all the songs on Queen 2.
What about their first record? Which one has We Will Rock You and all that good stuff?
Oh, is it the one with the robot? Is it that one?
News of the World?
News of the World with Kelly Freas, who was a great science
think
fiction
so.
painter, and he did a cover for them. And gosh, Kelly Freas, so good at his art. It almost made me want. I think I did buy that album just because of the cover. And what songs are on there? I can't even see.
For the robot one? Sheer Heart Attack.
Oh, yeah.
Get Down, Make Love, Spread Your Wings.
Yeah, that's not something I remember a whole lot of. I think Sheer Heart Attack I remember.
We Are the Champions is on News of the World. That
Oh,
record
there
you
it
were
is.
talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. There you go, buddy. That was about it, I think, on that album. And maybe, like I said, I think I remember Sheer Heart Attack, but I don't think a lot of other people do.
That's so crazy, yeah. Because that record, We Are Champions and We Will Rock You. Those are the ones I guess I could maybe start with that one.
And another one, Bites the Dust. That's a classic.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And that one
makes me think of the Junkyard Dog as a wrestling fan.
And I love the story behind that because it was a disco sounding beat that there was a huge
from the movie.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at the time, and Queen said, "I don't care." Freddie Mercury's like, "I don't care. I think we should do this," and it turned out to be a really, really good song for them.
Somebody said, if I'm not mistaken, Night at the Opera and Day of the Races were both Marx Brothers movies. Another person said that as well.
Oh, that's
Marx
right.
Brothers movies.
Yes. Oh, yes. Good call. I've totally forgot that relate. That just goes to show you how old everything is, because I don't even know if people know the Marx Brothers, really.
And the texter recommended listening to The Game when it comes to their records.
Oh, really? The Game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even know if I know that one.
Crazy Little Thing Called Love is on that one.
Another
one, Bites the Dust, Need Your Loving Tonight. Oh, okay, yeah, that actually sounds good.
Wow.
That one's chock full of hits.
Really? Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Isn't that something? Of course, that was the time where they were like, should we be doing disco at all?
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show at 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text, 206-803-ROCK. Just remember, Steve has one rule.
It's a simple rule, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you and then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-803-ROCK. Call us. Text us.
Somebody just said, hey, Steve, or I think this would be fun for the whole show, but you have to create the ultimate Seattle, Washington supergroup. Who do you pick? And then he gave his suggestion. I've got Miles Kennedy on vocals. I forget, Miles is from Spokane. Mike McCready and Jerry Cantrell on the guitar. Duff McKagan on bass, and Dave Grohl on drums.
Oh.
I like all that, but replace Dave Grohl with me. That way I get to hang out with all those guys.
So so the idea being is what? Anybody that's sort of been in a group in Seattle? Because Dave Grohl's not from Seattle.
No, I know, but he's lived here. He did live here for an extended period.
Okay, so as long as there's a presence.
Dude, this is a guy's text. I don't know. There's no rules.
Because I don't want to break the rules.
There are no rules.
Oh, just the
There's
Outback
a lawless
restaurants.
version.
Yeah, just Outback's Bloomin' Onion. There's no rules.
I love how you're like questioning, like what are the stipulations of this text message?
Well, because it said Seattle. I didn't because I didn't want to be yelled at when I come up with names that you go, wait a second.
Well, who are your names that you're going to come up with that you're so worried about?
Oh, I'm going to have Axl.
It has nothing to do with Seattle. He never lived in Seattle.
But Duff does, doesn't he? That's not
that is okay.
No,
I didn't think we needed rules for.
I thought you said we didn't need rules,
but apparently we do.
All right,
they had to have at least lived in Seattle at some point.
Okay, then.
Why are you going with Axl anyway?
I like Axl's voice.
I do too, but I mean, of all the singers, you're going to go with Axl.
All right. Well, I knew you wouldn't let me do Avril because she never lived here.
Neither has Axl.
Well, I know, but Avril also hasn't done much in Seattle, right? Whereas
she's performed here just as much as Axl Rose.
Yeah, but I mean, is there 6 degrees of dufferation, as I call it?
Ooh, for all we know, someone in her band might be from Seattle, too.
All right, then. I'm going to go with Avril Lavigne.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're following the rules better.
All right. Don't ask me this question. Ask somebody else then, and I have to now retool everything.
Duh, of course, I would put Jeff Ament on bass. I mean, I love Duff, but I just love Jeff's bass playing. Dave Grohl on drums is a very good pick.
Yeah.
Then I think you got to throw Kenny G on clarinet or saxophone.
Oh, you're going to put Kenny G in here?
And then singing is Macklemore.
There you go. That was my exact list. How did you know?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
How could you not put Casper Baby Pants as lead singer?
You know what? We'll put Casper in as a guitarist for this. I didn't have a guitarist yet. So Casper Baby Pants, Chris Ballou.
All right.
He's on guitar.
Very good.
I think we got a good band right here.
Actually, seriously, if you don't go with the Wilson sisters, like vocally, how do you got to have them on there?
I don't know, man. I think this guy puts up a good argument though with Miles Kennedy.
Oh, look, Miles is good.
Good, he's great.
Ann is better, or is it Nancy? I always confuse. I think Ann's.
It's a taste thing.
Oh no, I'm telling you right now.
If I was building a band, I would take Miles Kennedy over either of the Wilson sisters.
What?
I don't think that's that hot of a take, personally.
Really?
No.
After her version of Stairway to Heaven, I had a whole new appreciation for what
I think she's great.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I just think here's what's going to happen. You're going to get up to heaven. You've done a lot of work.
You're going to take the Stairway to Heaven.
You're going to take the Stairway to Heaven, and what's going to happen is you're going to be up there, and the dude who's in charge, is it Pete or Jimmy? I forget who it is. He's going to go, Steve, look, I want to let you in, but this whole Ann Wilson, not over. I mean, Miles Kennedy, they're going to kick you out.
There's so much ridiculousess to everything that you just
What are you talking about? There's a stairway to heaven. There's nothing ridiculous about that.
That part's believable.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So I mean, I've never been a big Heart fan. I don't know. I mean, I think
really?
they're fine. I mean,
well, that's my childhood.
There's no I don't have any hot take against them. I'm not like, they're bad. They're incredible. They're incredible singers and guitarists, and the band was great. It was just never my cup of tea.
Oh, all right. That's all I got.
That's a very strange reaction to just statement.
Well, I mean, well, I'm just killing time. I have to think of my band.
Well, we could go to other people instead of you just making strange sounds.
Well, I have no problem with that, but nobody's speaking up. Somebody should speak up.
I already told Steve he picked the exact one that
Macklemore.
I was going with. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Steve, you picked my band. That's who I was going to pick. Are you kidding me? He just wants to say Billy Joe because San Francisco is close enough.
No, I would never say Billy Joe. Don't get ridiculous, BJ.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It'd have to be Mike Herrera on bass and vocals.
You know what? He is. That's a Washington.
Thank you.
Yep, that's Washington. And I'm thinking of people who are living because some people are like, well, what about Jimi Hendrix? I'm like, I was just kind of like narrowing it down because otherwise it's just opening up even more options.
Oh, I thought we could do anybody. You said there were no rules. Now they got to be alive?
No, there are no rules. You could go with dead people.
I'm going to go with dead people. I see dead people.
Okay, good Sixth Sense joke there.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. That's the correct response, by the way, to that kind of a joke. Thank you. All right, so who else we got?
I think I got the best group.
Okay. Oh, look at Vicky's been writing notes. She'd be taking
Yeah,
notes.
well, because then I forget, so I need to do this. Duff McKagan, of course.
On bass.
Will Andrews, because I feel like he's on every single
He's
band.
such a great drummer.
Yeah, fantastic drummer. Brandy Carlisle on guitar.
Oh, wow, yes.
And as a singer, Kenny Loggins.
Kenny Loggins?
Yes.
I want to be in this band.
I totally forgot
Kick Will
Kenny.
out.
He's from Everett.
I forgot he's from Everett. Well, okay. You know what? Here's what I would say. You got to throw Steve Miller on the. You got to throw him in there somewhere.
A bunch of angry, crusty old rockers.
That's what I'm all about, baby. That's my
Will
band.
Andrews. He's got to play drums with these guys?
Yeah.
How about
gotta be
Tom
tough.
Skerritt? I mean, he's an actor, but I bet if we ask him, he could sing.
Speaking of Will Andrews, who's a great drummer, he's been in bands like 10 Miles Wide, Walking Papers, another great band, but he just recently put down the drums for, remember Amanda Hardy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And her band's called Bexley.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in L.A. now, and she's a great singer, originally from here. But her band's called Bexley, and he played drums on the new stuff. And the new song that they've just put out is phenomenal. And the drumming is so great on it. But that's
so
just a given.
Are you changing it now?
No, I'm not changing anything.
Oh.
I'm just giving a nice nod and a tip of the hat to
Hey, look
Bexley.
at you. You
They
know what?
sound great.
I appreciate you tipping hats to people.
That's
All
what I
right,
do.
good list, Vic. You know what? It's surely better than Danny's.
No, mine was
Aaron Jones is a great pick. You got to throw him in there.
Oh, right, Aaron. See? But
Honestly, I just want to
but he's alive. I'm only going with dead people, so sorry, I can't do it. Sorry, Aaron. I love you, brother, but you know what? You're still breathing.
Oh, this one's a good one. Blippy on vocals.
Blippy.
Dude. Blippy just ended up showing, sometimes we watch Paw Patrol toys on YouTube. Like, that's just the go-to. Like, Tatum, when do you want to watch Paw Patrol toys on YouTube? And it's just people playing with Paw Patrol toys. It's mind-numbing, but she loves it. So, but every once in a while when the YouTube video ends, it just pops on something random like Peppa Pig or whatever. And the other day it popped on Blippy.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh boy, I'm not close to the remote. She's watching it. Is this going to start a Blippy thing?
And?
Because I was scared of that. Like, I don't know if I really want to sit. Look, shout out to Blippy. I know he's Northwest, but I don't know if I'm ready for Blippy.
Oh,
it's
my
just a little
God.
much.
You are here comes Blippy.
And then she's just like, what's that? And I'm like,
Oh, boy.
what? She's like, I don't like this. I'm like, yes. I'd much rather watch Paw Patrol toys.
Oh, Blippy, sorry, buddy. You had a shot.
Blippy's a little extra for me right now. I'm not ready for Blippy.
Apparently a little extra for Tatum as well.
Yeah, she was not feeling it. She thought it was kind of dumb.
Yeah. when a 3-year-old goes, yeah, you're kind of dumb, you go, man.
She didn't say that, but she just said, I don't like this.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Yeah, she was just like,
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Like father, like daughter. You guys have similar tastes.
There's so many weird children's programming on
really
YouTube,
I'm
man.
afraid to even bother to even get on that rabbit hole if there's ever a grandkid.
I don't know. There's this one woman, and she's like really like fun and cute, and it's like just her and a guitar, and she's like in like a green screen version of a classroom, and she's just teaching you things that are actually pretty cool, and like, but then also she busts into a song, and it's like, It's so like annoying, but like kind of charming in an annoying way. I don't know how to describe it.
I hate this woman. Seems like she's doing everything nice.
Yeah, she's so nice. And like I find myself watching it with her. I'm like, this is kind of fun. But I'm like, then she starts singing. I'm like, man, this is a cuteness overload, though.
Oh yeah, you're gonna find that. Yeah.
But I'm like, I mean, when am I gonna turn it off? It's actually like everything she's saying is cool.
Well, what does the daughter think?
She loves it.
Oh yeah, turn it off.
Okay, put on Blippy.
Yeah, teach her that she
Teach
can't.
her.
Yeah, you don't get things you like in this world.
Teach her a
miss.
thing or two about
Yeah,
disappointment.
There we go.
That's her.
Oh wow,
Katie's
Okay.
classroom.
Oh hi, Katie.
Katie's classroom.
All right.
She's got like over 500,000 subscribers.
She kind of reminds me a little bit of Mayim Bialik. A little bit. Oh, not anymore. I don't know. I guess it's just because she had a face that made it. Yeah, Kate, but she looks sweet enough and kind enough.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, oh, you're too nice.
She's got very colorful overalls. There you go. Is she from Seattle? Can we make her?
No, but her videos get millions of views.
All right, she's my lead singer.
But we got Blippy on vocals now.
All
I
right.
guess.
Oh, Blippy on vocals.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so far we got a great band. Dare we ask Joey D's?
I mean, yeah, he's a bassist now.
Yeah, he is.
I guess we have to. He is in the music business, isn't he? Okay.
Yeah, I would. I'm going to put Thrill on the bass, Steve on drums, and Danny is my guitarist, and I'm going to be the lead singer.
All right, in.
These are all people in Seattle who have attempted to play music.
He's gonna play, he's gonna
I mean,
be
I don't
the
know how
lead singer.
super this group will be.
Yeah.
Super disappointing.
Hey,
our name is going to be the Boom Boom Room. You can find us on Spotify.
I've also never heard Joe sing before, so that's.
Are we going to cover that boom, boom, boom? Let's
Yeah.
go back to my room so we could do it all night and make it feel right. Oh.
What just happened?
Yes, we are.
You guys don't know that
Let
song?
me give you the proper response.
Oh.
We go, yeah. That's a good response. There you go.
All right. You guys are missing out on some good music.
I will try to get that FOMO taken care of professionally. That's it. Don't you worry.
Well, you know what? When the Boom Boom Room covers it and makes it a hit
Yeah.
again.
Woo! Again.
Yeah.
All right, it is Listeners on the Loose. This is where you pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's 206-803-ROCK. Let's go to Marvell at University Place. Marvell, are you like Captain Marvel or Marvell? What is the origin of that name, sir?
It really is. It's like Captain Marvel, but I'm actually named after my dad.
And your dad's name is Marvell?
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's been gone 7 years, but.
Well, that's a cool name, and cool that you got the legacy of Dad. That's cool. What you got for us, buddy?
Oh, yeah. My favorite, my Northwest band would be Jimi Hendrix, Kurt Cobain, Aaron Jones, and Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby. That's right. I forgot Bing is from here, too.
So no drums, no bass.
And again, and he, of course, followed my rule. Nobody's living.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron's still living.
Yes.
Oh, he did say Aaron? Oh,
He did,
okay.
he did, yeah.
Well, then
Yes, I did.
Aaron can't be in it then, sir. We have our rules. And,
Yes, he can.
But
He
there
can
are
do it. If he has a
rules.
Ouija board, he can call them all.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, that's not too bad. That's a whole bunch of crooners right there, really.
You know, the kind of cool thing though is there's plenty of cities or states that have like a radio show. If someone asked that question, like, "What's the supergroup from your city or state?" they probably would struggle to even come up with just four.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's just like a ridiculous amount of great musicians and artists that have come out of the Northwest, and this is like that's why this is such a tough question because there's so many great bassists, guitarists, singers, and drummers.
Well, and it's always great too because it's like even like us, we like even if we like struggle or not struggle, but it's like, oh yeah, they're from here too.
Yeah.
You just add them onto the list.
Throw them in there.
Yeah. You're right. There's been a lot of talent that has played music in this town in some way, shape, or form.
Still do.
Yeah, they do.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Have you or a loved one been injured in an accident? Are you struggling to recover fair compensation? Look no further. At Phillips Law Firm, the experienced personal injury attorneys will fight for your rights and get you the justice and compensation you deserve. They handle a wide range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, medical malpractice, and workplace injuries. Justice is a phone call away, so don't wait. Call today for a free case review. Call 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Deep underground, the Jelly Belly factory, Bibi is in her secret laboratory creating the weird and wild flavors of Bean Boozled.
I started again.
Is it pomegranate or Old Bandage? Dare to compare. Bean Boozled, 6th edition. Are you brave enough?
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-803-ROCK. That's the number to call. That's the number to text. Let's go to Matthew in Linwood. Matthew, you are on The Rock.
Oh, morning, people.
Morning, Matthew. What you got for us today, buddy?
So I was listening to the story earlier about poop shots.
What kind of shots?
Pictures of Duke on your phone. That's my guess.
Okay, can't wait for this call. All right, Matthew, what do you got?
Well, first of all, BJ, I'm your demographics, and I agree with you 100%. I don't think they're cool. I think they're kind of gross.
All right, there you go.
And all that. But on a note, about a year ago, I pooped a donut. And I had to take a picture and show the guys at work because they would have never believed me. It was like seeing an alien for the first time. This thing was completed with a hole in the middle.
Joe, can I fire Joe, please?
Yeah, why are we...
What I love is, okay, I think this is funny because I understand where you're coming from and it's hilarious. BJ obviously does not like these kind of stories. And Danny, I think, is actually more grossed out by any kind of turd talk.
Exception to every rule, though.
I'm with you, Matthew. I think that's hilarious, and I would laugh if I got that text.
This was a donut. I
get it, Matthew.
Scared and amazed.
Yeah, Matthew, I get it. I get it.
Danny just jumped over the board and hit the gong button.
I did. I really did.
He's had it.
Yeah.
I've noticed that's the one thing. Like, Danny doesn't get bothered by anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't get grossed out by much. He likes to pop pimples, but any kind of talk about feces.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm out skis.
I'm with you, Danny.
Farts, too. All the above. None of that's ever been funny to me.
Never been.
I don't know why.
That's the one thing Danny and I have in
wife.
common.
Yeah.
I
basically am your wife.
If I wanted that kind of attitude, I'd go home.
This is why I don't get along with dudes sometimes. I'm just like, you need to find something else. If you think that's the most amazing thing, go to a friggin' museum, would you please?
If there was a turd museum, I would go to it.
Turd museum.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, why can't we like both? Like, I enjoy going to a museum, and don't get me wrong, I wouldn't necessarily want to get poo pictures sent to me on the regular, but if it looked like a donut, I want to see it.
I'll be glad to send you the poo donut pictures. Hey,
if it looks like a donut.
Name? Hey, pal. Apparently, Vicky wants the poo donut picture.
How is that possible?
I'll tell you how it's possible. You go to the bathroom, and sometimes it works out that way. I don't need to see it.
Clearly.
I don't need. I mean, I know what a donut looks like. I know what feces looks like.
Just Google a picture of a donut, a chocolate donut.
You know what? Yeah, I think that's.
I kind of want to now get a chocolate donut and Photoshop it in my toilet bowl and send it to you guys. And be like, look what I made.
Yeah.
And it's like obvious, though, it's a donut.
I'm going to get a Krispy Kreme is what I'm going to do. And I'll be, hey, guys, look, it's all glazed and everything.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah. You know what? I'm glad that we never got to that steakhouse.
Yeah.
I can still eat.
All right. We got a serious text message.
206-803-ROCK. That is the number to call and text.
They need our help. And I am very excited to see what everybody's opinion is on this one. In fact, I think Sarah should come in on this one because I think she might have the best insight to this. And I almost could see her doing something like this.
Well, considering that she shows her body parts accidentally to the in-laws at this point.
Okay, well, this has nothing to do with anything nude, offensive, donuts, or anything along those lines.
Good.
This person says, okay, I know this is dumb, but it bothers me how rude my wife is to our Alexa. What? She talks to Alexa like she talks to me when she's mad at me, i.e., all bitchy voiced. Do I dare say anything?
The bitchy voice is triggering to him.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
It probably makes him go like he's almost like a gun shy.
Is it bad that I try to say please and thank you to Alexa in case like the AI and like all that technology overlords? I want them to think like, oh, at least she was nice to us.
Absolutely. That's why I'm nice to the crows outside of our house.
Exactly.
It's the same thing.
So just tell her, you know what? When they become our overlords, you want them to be nice to us. So speak to it nicely.
I really think you need to have a conversation with your wife about this, and please record it so we can hear how she responds to it, because it's not going to go well.
I really think asking Steve for advice on something where he's just now grabbing a big bowl of popcorn, you don't really want to do that.
I just love that he needed to tell us that she talks to him like talks to Alexa how like she is when she talks to me, and then need to really clarify by saying, i.e., all bitchy voiced.
Yeah.
Are you guys respectful to your Alexa? BJ, I bet you yell at your Alexa.
You know what? Actually, like Vicky, I have changed my tone. Because for the same reason, I'm like, you know what? Let me be nicer to Alexa.
Okay, you literally he voice to text and he yells at his phone, even voice to text all the time.
Oh yeah, we hear it in the hallways.
all the time.
He's all bitchy voiced.
Yes, very bitchy voice, and I'm like, it'd be faster at this point if you just typed it out. But there are sometimes when you get very upset at Alexa.
I do, and I'm trying to change my ways.
Yeah, you need to, because I'm like, okay, where's the please and thank you, everyone? Come on.
Please and thank you.
I would definitely say you can try to have this conversation with your wife. However, I don't think it's going to go over well, and I don't think she's going to change her bitchy tone.
What if she gets jealous and thinks like you have the hots for Alexa?
Wait, who gets jealous?
The wife, because you're now defending the Alexa. You need to be nicer to our Alexa.
You need to be nicer to me and the Alexa, okay?
Yeah. I think there's something to be said about the fact that here's Alexa with a pleasing voice who will do things for you, and I wonder if there is a level of jealousy there. And annoyance. She obviously hates it. I know my wife, not a fan of Alexa, and has never been a fan of.
But what has Alexa ever done to you?
Well, sometimes she doesn't hear you right. She hears you wrong. She plays the wrong song. Like, I understand. Sometimes I have my moments.
Well, and I don't know if
I don't even use Alexa.
See, no, neither do I. But I was thinking about it. I changed my Siri voice to a male because the original Siri voice just sounded always so bitchy to me. And so I was getting mad at my Siri. Like every time she'd be like, yeah, I'll play that song.
Is the man more comforting when he tells you what's
he really is. It's like a warm hug.
It's startling though. When I'm in Danny's car or something and the man comes on, I'm like, what voice is that?
You look in the back, like, is there a guy in the back?
I'm like, yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, my wife has an Australian guy.
Yeah, it's also startling.
I wonder what's up with that.
And I'm like, well, I can't.
For Siri or for Alexa?
For Siri.
Oh, okay.
And I have a hard time hearing accents, so it's like, I don't know what this guy's saying, so don't ask me to repeat it.
I'm too lazy to ever change any of those things. Like, whatever they give me for Siri is what I'm taking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like going to change. Although every once in a while, and it still happens, I feel like she has like her moods.
Oh, she does.
Because there's sometimes where like she's giving me like directions, and I almost want to like call like a therapist for her. She sounds sad. Like, make a left on Olive, and I'm like, wait, yesterday you said make a left on Olive. Like all of a sudden you're
Today's
changing.
a tougher day, pal.
Right. So I'm like, oh well, they must have done an update, and they decided to go with depressing Siri.
Oh, and you're like, are you okay?
But
buddy?
the next day they're back to being happy about making a left on Olive.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that she might have a disorder.
I think my Siri is bipolar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe this guy should try to change the voice on Alexa and see if that changes
that's
his
a good idea.
wife's mood.
Can you change it?
I know you can change what you call her, but I don't know if you can change her voice.
Let's ask her.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Is this like the new thing? Like, you know how like you judge a relationship based on how they treat like a server?
Like a server or something, yeah.
Now it's like you're going to judge a relationship on how they treat your Alexa.
Oh, I'm screwed if that's the case.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just say Alexa, change your voice.
Alexa, change your voice.
I have a few voices to choose from.
Oh.
Let's go.
Let's start with 3 you might like. Here is the first one.
There's an official league for rock, paper, scissors.
Whoa.
If you want to play sometime, I'm game.
Would you like to choose that one or hear another?
Hear another.
Hear another.
Although he had a good voice.
Kind of did.
Here is the second one. Koalas have fingerprints, and they're very similar to a human's. Would you like to choose that one or hear another?
Hear another.
I feel like she's appropriating.
Yeah.
Here is the third one.
The kiwi is the only bird in the world with nostrils on the tip of its beak.
Would you like to choose that one or hear another?
That's the one that my wife has.
Hear another.
Yeah, I want like Fran Drescher. The F was that?
I don't know.
Okay, you're all set. I'll be the voice you hear when you speak to this device.
Hear
If you want
another.
to change how you wake me up, you can also change your wake word.
Oh.
I had no idea there was
What?
also.
I know,
I
right?
didn't know there were
Hamburger.
multiple voices.
I want my safe word to be hamburger.
Wow.
Vicky was just so stoked on that last one. So
I'm a sucker for an Australian
Well,
accent.
apparently they are too. We said change the voice, and it went with that.
Yeah, I know.
It likes me
Nope,
better.
We're going with that one.
There's a girl in that room that liked me. I'm sticking with it.
But I feel like if you change, if the texter changes his Alexa voice to a dude voice, I don't know if she'd yell at him so much.
No, that's the whole point.
Yeah,
Or
so I
she-
think that one, the Australian
she
one, is the
loves
good one.
accents too. She might be even in a happier mood.
Yeah,
So
pick
what
that
we're
one
saying
for
is you
him.
should dump your significant other because she's clearly jealous.
Yeah. Yeah, that dude was he was like saying, "That's not an Alexa voice. This is an Alexa voice."
Do they have like celebrity voices? Like, can they like go like Mickey Mouse or something like that?
Like
or
they used to have for the GPS
Bluey?
ones, remember? You
Yes.
could do like Morgan Freeman and stuff.
I thought you could get Samuel L. Jackson for a limited time on Alexa. They'd like to talk to you, but you had to pay.
I was going to say unedited.
Yeah.
And I bet it'll be easier now with all the AI technology where I feel like they could create a voice where you don't have to actually have the celebrity go and record all the parts.
Well, I feel like that's what they're doing with these voices.
Yeah.
Because there's no way there's a guy sitting there just reading.
Wouldn't
a
that be
script.
funny if there was?
Everything you ask it reads it in exact script.
All of a sudden, it's like, son of a bitch, there's a place in Seattle that wants my voice. All right, crap, I
All
gotta
right.
go. I do it live.
So
do it live.
They have Samuel L. Jackson, Melissa McCarthy, and Shaquille O'Neal, but it costs $4.99 to change it.
Oh.
So I mean,
Why those three, I wonder?
They said yes.
Are they unedited though?
that's
Because that
probably
would be
why.
epic.
So Samuel L. Jackson
wanna
has
find
both a profane and PG friendly
Oh, I love that. I wish Siri on the phone when she was giving you directions, like if you made the wrong turn, I wish she would just like cuss at you.
Like, you stupid mother blanker, now I'm
Yes.
recalculating.
Yes, exactly. That would make driving so much more entertaining.
I really want to get that Samuel L. Jackson profane one. It's only $5.
It's worth it.
Do it.
Someone said best $5 I've ever spent was buying Samuel L. Jackson as my Alexa from Rose in Tacoma.
Well, this one's still connected to our old boss's credit card.
Yeah, so
we
it's
can just
it's
get
free
this
to
one.
us.
He won't notice.
That is a really good
We
point.
can't play it on the radio, though. I'm not trying that.
Yeah.
You can do Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, we'll blame it on him. It's his Alexa.
Oh, it's fair.
That's
and then
a good
every
point.
other Alexa that's playing that and charged his card.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
think now it changes the voice on all of his Alexas?
Oh,
That'd be pretty funny.
That would be
I think
hilarious.
it may be.
There's a man in our house, babe.
That Danny, that would be the ultimate troll if you go, hey, change this voice to every one of mine.
Everyone related to this account.
Yeah. Oh, he would be so mad. Oh, or if you change it, or for $5, we could change it so it's just in his house. It's profane Jackson, and he doesn't know.
He can't do the
Great.
By the
This kid
way-
now learn some new words.
Hey, texter, if you really want to get back at your wife about this, change your Alexa voice to profane Samuel L. Jackson. See what she does with that.
I'll learn her.
Yeah, she won't have that bitchy tone towards him.
She'll go, hey, whatever, and he'll go, do I look like a bitch? Don't treat me like that.
I have had it with these snakes on this plane.
Oh, yeah, that's the voice you want. You don't even have to get into an argument. You will show her what's up with $5 Sam Jackson. That would be the best $5 this guy spends.
I love that it bothers him how rude his wife is to their Alexa.
Yeah, well,
It's got to be a triggering thing.
Oh, yeah, and the bad energy, man. Anytime
Yeah.
she tries to talk to it, it probably brings up, like, oh, is she mad at me, too? Like, you know?
Right, what did I do? Why are you
Yeah.
taking it out on
She's
Alexa?
going to yell at me now.
She's just a blanking robot.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that voice can be a trigger, and he hears it every time, even when it isn't about him.
I love that now anytime we play our Alexa here in studio, we're all going to forget that we changed its voice.
Because we visit it like maybe once every 4 months.
Yeah.
So it's going to
Right.
throw us off when we do.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I like my Alexa voice.
Well, we can bring it back.
Yeah, you don't have to change yours.
I know, but I don't want this Australian guy. It triggers me when my wife has the Australian guy. I feel displaced.
Oh, are you jealous?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm like, what's this about?
Well, why did you just get an Australian accent?
Hello.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Shrimp on the bobby.
What do I need? I don't need anything else at this point.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I figure out who my creditors are?
People a lot of times have had a long time of not having good credit and having collections, and so they're concerned that you may be concerned that you won't be able to find all your creditors if you file bankruptcy. How will I know which collection agency has my credit card bill from 10 years ago now? And that's something that's hard to keep track of because credit collection agencies transfer your debts all over the place. But we will pull all your credit bureaus, and by getting all three of your credit bureaus, we'll be able to tell who has your credit and debt now, which collection agencies have had it in the past, and we'll make sure that we file all your creditors when we file your bankruptcy bankruptcy so that nothing slips through the cracks.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
I'm Snoop Dogg, and I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. I'm done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all funky. I'm going smokeless. Solo stove, fix 5. They took out the smoke. Now you can have a nice blaze without any clouds ruining your day. Go smokeless. Go to solostove.com. Tell them Big Snoop Dogg sent you.
Dealing with an accident and injury claim can be overwhelming. Let Phillips Law Firm fight for you. We understand the pain and suffering, and we're here to guide you through. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today for a free case review, or visit justiceforyou.com and let Phillips Law Firm help you on the road to recovery.
Lovers, your local lingerie and adult store has gifts of pleasure for partners who know it's nice to be naughty. Turn up the heat this holiday when you shop at any Lovers store. Let our knowledgeable team help you select the best pleasure presents and save 20% on your purchase with Lovers Afterglow rewards. Just mention Love 20 at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow rewards membership until December 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Deep underground, the Jelly Belly factory, Bibi is in her secret laboratory creating the weird and wild flavors of Bean Boozled.
I've done it again!
Is it pomegranate or old bandage? Dare to compare. Bean Boozled, 6th edition. Are you brave enough?